Wednesday night, partly cloudy, 49. Thursday, still quite mild, partly sunny, just tiny chance of a spot shower. 73 for the high on Thursday, but high temperatures in the 40s back for the weekend. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
And right now, downtown at the Arch, we've got some clouds. It's currently 58 degrees. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
Don't miss the U.S. Air Force's Shades of Blue Jazz Ensemble, February 25th through March 4th. Enjoy big band swing, patriotic favorites, and more. Get free tickets and locations at afbandtix.org. That's afbandtix.org.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Good afternoon, St. Louis. DGS 104.1 FM KMOX. Happy Tuesday to everybody. Kind of a gloomy Tuesday. Still like 60, though, right?
It's nice, yeah?
Yeah.
Pretty good temperature.
Next 2 days, sunny, 72.
Love it.
It's going to get 75.
We'll take it.
Dave always goes under.
What's that?
Dave always goes under.
You think?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Dave is always the least extreme. So I usually...
So Dave is to weather forecasting and projections what most projection systems are to baseball. I wonder if that's the nature of projections, because they all tend to...
You said that J.J. Weatherholt was under?
They tend to suck toward the middle. Like, they don't predict too many elite and too many terrible. They kind of like everything gets... Kind of sounds like what you're describing with the forecast.
There you go.
Makes sense.
Makes sense. How's everybody?
Swell.
Mm-hmm.
A little tired.
A little tired?
Yeah, being honest, a little tired.
What's going on?
I keep waking up, like I'll fall asleep really early, and then I'll wake up thinking it's 3 or 4 in the morning, and it's more like 10:30 or 11 at night.
Yeah.
And then I have a really
sucks.
hard time falling back asleep.
Yeah, that sucks.
It's a bummer.
We all have our mile markers for that. Like, okay, this is just weird. My mom died at 3:43 a.m., and so that time will forever be burned in my mind. And being a spooky person, I always think if it's anywhere near that, she's going to be standing outside my bedroom in the hallway. So I have to, contend with that. But yeah, typically if I wake up and it's 5 or after, I'm like, well, I might as well just start being anxious. Like if it's 4:30, I'm like, oh, you got another half an hour. Mm-hmm. But if it's 5:30, I'm like, the day's here. It's time to just start worrying about stuff. Man, let's go.
How do you have thoughts at that point? It takes me 20 to 30 minutes to have a thought.
Dude, I have...
Like just to even think of words to put together.
I bet if you could take an MRI of my brain, I have more thoughts at 2 in the morning if I'm awake than most people at 2 p.m. It just never stops. And when Rach just said something about not sleeping well, I just remembered last night I had my first Kevin Wheeler dream.
Oh?
And
were you gorilla running?
No, you were driving me like across the country.
Oh, it involved me. Okay.
Transporting me.
All right.
And at some point you started screwing with me. And so I'm always wearing a beanie. And when I lay down on the couch at night to do my wind down, I pull my hat down over my eyes like a sailor or something.
Mm-hmm.
And in my dream, I was doing that, but you were taking me on like the Screaming Eagle and stuff.
All right.
So I was like in my dream, I was on a roller coaster, but I couldn't see, but I could feel everything.
All right.
And you were laughing maniacally.
Why would I do that?
And then when I woke up, I was awake enough to go, what are you going to do with that? Like, are you going to do anything with that? Or are you just going to like let it go? You're just going to let it go.
What's there to do with that?
I don't know. Like, is there anything to be anxious about from that? And like,
I got you. I had a similar thing. I had a super, super elaborate dream. And I remember being like half awake and thinking like, is this one that I'm going to like hang on to and try and remember? Or am I just going to like throw this one to the wind?
That's exactly how I was.
And I was like, I'm throwing it. I don't even remember what it was. I just threw it to the wind. I was like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
This one can go.
And like most people, my phone is within my reach when I'm in bed. I don't keep it in bed with me, but it's on a table next to my bed. And I have to think of something really good to make myself lean over and, make a note of it. And that's what I would like. Tell us on the show tomorrow. I'm like, it's fine without it. So just went back to sleep. And then Rach made me remember.
Mm-hmm.
So
there you go.
Okay, I need to hear Andrew's story. So, Rach, you posted that photo, right?
Yep.
So, Facebook?
Yep.
And it is a photo of about 10 concrete blocks.
Oh, the blocks that I sent?
That Andrew sent us over the weekend because he's back to door dashing.
Mm-hmm.
And this feels like your craziest delivery.
It's one of the weirdest for sure. I don't know if it is the weirdest. I'd have to reflect on that a little bit more. It's definitely the weirdest. I have been brought to places that like they're like liminal spaces. Like I could not find them again if I had to. And that's always a little weird, or like really spooky houses out in the middle of nowhere that feel like they're haunted or whatever.
Liminal spaces.
Yeah, like spaces that you think you should remember. They're sort of almost like deja vu.
Okay.
Anyway, this was somebody ordered 8 cinder blocks from me. I had to go to Lowe's. I didn't know you could do that.
I didn't either.
I didn't know you could make a delivery person bring you 8 cinder blocks on a Sunday afternoon. So that was a pain because they are very heavy. They're like 40 pounds each.
Were they
and
expensive?
No, they were like $2 each. They were so cheap.
Not much.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like $16 for the haul for all 8 of them. And then I had to load them up into my car, which is still filled with cinder block dust, which I'm a little annoyed with. And then I had to drive them out to middle of nowhere to drop them off. And I really frightened these 2 poor like girls that were sitting on a tractor. And I assumed that it was their cinder blocks. So I was like, here you go. Here's your blocks. And they like jumped and turned and looked very frightened at me as I was like dropping bricks onto their driveway. And they had no idea. They did not want it. They had no interest in being given these blocks. And I'm like, your classic like New York delivery driver. I'm like,
not my problem.
Yeah, I'm like, not my problem. I'm supposed to deliver these blocks. Here you go. Here's your blocks.
Were you in the right place?
I was in the right place. I asked them if this was the address, and they were like, well, yes. And I go, okay, here's your blocks.
So who ordered them?
It was it was like their sister who's not supposed to be allowed to do that.
Oh, there's always one of those.
Yeah, she was not supposed to be allowed to do it. And I was told that she was not supposed to be allowed to do it. And I said, okay, that sounds good. Here's your block. See ya. Because I was not interested in.
Does she have like a bad habit of ordering cinder blocks?
Didn't ask, don't care, don't want to know. Not my problem. So I said, here's your block. See ya.
Not my problem.
Was it a scary place?
No, not at all. It was like your normal like rural junk house. There was like, lots of junk all over the place, and maybe other things ordered by somebody who's not supposed to be ordering them.
Yeah.
I got
but I have
over here.
I have definitely learned the hard way from, because when I was a novice door dasher, you show up and you're like, oh no, there's a problem. My customer has a problem. I have to help
fix
them.
it?
And then I realized like, no, you don't want that at all. You go, oh no, nothing I can do. See ya.
They just told me to drop these off.
I'm putting these blocks here. I wouldn't even put these blocks in a different place if you asked me to.
Did you get a big tip?
No. Nobody tips.
So wait, you got an order for basically 300 pounds of cinder blocks, and you don't get a tip?
I got like a small tip.
That's ridiculous.
It was like $2-3.
That's crazy.
That's ridiculous. For that, that's 300 pounds of moving. It's not the end of the world, but that's more than your typical effort for a delivery.
It was to me. I was like covered in sweat. I was like, Megan, we're stopping. We're not doing any more after this.
Can you see what it's for before you take the order?
No. So you could see that it's like going to Lowe's, which is where we went. Shout out Lowe's. They were very helpful because we were like, we don't know what to do now.
So did they have them like sitting at the front when you pulled up?
Cart full. No, I had to go find them, and you go find them in the store. Then you load the little trawler thing.
That's crap.
I know.
This is why you need to get a tip, because you got to go get them and put them on the thing, and then go from there to put them in your car, and then from your car to drop off. That's a lot of work for no tip, man.
It was a weird day overall.
That's a jerk move.
Our first order was right after we started, and it was for $17. And when you get a $17 order, that's more than 99% of orders you're going to see. So you slam that button.
Okay.
Like, yes, I want it. I want it right now. It turned out that it was $17. Usually it's $17 because it's like somebody is deciding to give like a nice tip, or it's a really big order. Like, it's for like 10 bags of food, which, who cares? You just throw them in the car and make sure they get there safely. This was because somebody in Florissant wanted a Casey's pizza. So I had to go to the Casey's Pizza right by my house and drive it a half hour all the way out to Florissant.
What are you doing?
I don't know. I was like, this person is bad with money. This had to be like a $60 pizza.
So does it not show you like the area of town you're taking it to until you accept it?
It does. Megan was in charge of the button hitting, and she saw $17, and her eyes turned into dollar signs, and she said, yes, gimme. And then afterwards, it wasn't until we had picked up the pizza and she confirmed it, and it gives you the address, that she's like, I might have made a mistake.
For the first time ever, so I ordered about $20 worth of food just for myself from about 5 miles away, and I gave him an $8 tip.
That's a huge tip. That's bigger than 99% of tips I've ever seen.
And the guy knocked on my door, and I waved at him because I don't want to have any interactions with humans. And he just stood there. So I went to the door, and I'm like, oh, thanks, man. He goes, yeah, I was going to talk to you about maybe giving me more tip because it was kind of a far drive.
Oh.
And I go, okay. And he just walked away. So.
Yeah, I'm not. I would never do that. I don't know. What it is it's risky, because what you can do is that you can complain to DoorDash about that, and then that guy gets fired.
Yeah, I don't
and as we know, there's like no recourse once they decide to.
I didn't complain when a baby brought my food.
Yeah,
and threw up on my porch.
And I'm not saying that you should
in a diaper for real.
I'm not saying that you should complain. You should follow your level of comfort. But I would never do that, mainly because it's like not worth this avenue of income getting cut off or whatever. But you got to think, it took me an hour to do that delivery all in, because I had to drive back from Florissant. So $17 for an hour. It's $17 an hour. That's not,
You got $17?
Yeah, it was $17. That's why Megan mashed the
accept button
so fast. Well, we as a door dashing couple got $17.
I don't get it.
So you got
I thought you only got the tip.
No, you get paid per
there's a little fee
per order.
Yeah, that's why when he says like people don't tip, he's not doing these orders for free.
Yeah.
He's getting something.
Yeah, I'm not getting nothing.
I didn't know that.
No, so you usually get on your average order, at least in like my area when I'm just, scooting around town, it's usually like $2, $2.50. And then you get whatever the tip is on top of that, and you get the whole tip.
Okay.
So this is
which is why it's important to tip, because the tip is going to be, if I take an order and you give me a $3 tip, you're tipping me more than I'm getting. You're doubling my pay for that order effectively.
So this is basically the same structure as waiting tables. You get a very tiny, like hourly wage, and you're really reliant on tips, but then people don't think that they should tip.
What was your hourly wage when you were waiting tables, Kev, relative to like minimum wage?
It was like $2.
Yeah.
$2 an hour.
Yeah, it's something stupid like that. It's a carve out only for restaurants.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, again, insane to a degree. I mean, you would love to see it where you just, I don't know, get paid an actual hourly wage, but
I wish I knew where like the goods. I don't really know where the good spots are because I like Florissant is terrible. Florissant's a terrible place in my experience, DoorDash, because it's going to be, it's you have to deal with traffic. Everything is like far away from each other and takes a long time to get there. And they're going to be like pretty low paying orders. So it's like time is money. You know what I mean? If you can do 5 orders in an hour, even if they only pay you $2, that's going to be whatever 2 times 5 is, $10. That does the math for you. You don't have to.
I think you're getting down to it now.
That's really funny.
But if you can only do 1 order and it's like, I don't know what I'm talking about.
If I could find a scholar around here, I'd find
out. What should happen? People should just start advertising on like Craigslist or something and being like, here is my phone number. If you want McDonald's, give me $7 and I'll bring it to your house. Like, cut out this whole middleman situation, because these gig working things, like, ultimately, who is getting the short end of the stick is Andrew.
Yeah.
Because even if he makes $17 on an order, you're still putting all that wear and tear on your car, and like
hour of gas.
And what these companies are doing are compensating the people doing the actual work as little as possible. And then they're getting, they're maximizing their profits. It's like, we should all just start being like, hey, this is my buddy Paul. He'll go out and do it for you. And maybe there's like a little less protections there.
Yeah.
As far as like, protecting your identity and what have you. I understand the value of that when it comes to these different services, but I wish there was just more of a direct way to handle this.
I have had people drop calling cards into like, my McDonald's bag or whatever. That's like, hi, I'm Bill. I'm your dasher today. I really enjoyed dashing for you. If you would like to contact me directly about something, here's my phone number or whatever, right? Which is maybe like an unsafe thing, but Megan and I, when we were doing it more often, and maybe we'll get back to that point again now that we're back on it, but a few years ago when we were doing it, we had a handful of people that we would it felt like every other time that we would go out, we would deliver to. There was this one trailer not too far from my house that always got Taco Bell. And I developed like a rapport with them where I got to know them a little bit. They said that they liked the way that I delivered the food. I always made sure they had all their items and all this good stuff, whatever. And so with a couple of different people, Megan and I did think like, what if we just drop like a business card into these people's bags and just say like, hey, if you're tired of, if you're tired of paying the fees or whatever, give me a call.
Nick said he ordered Arby's the other night, and you know how they have tape on the bag to show you that they didn't open it. His tape was open and half his fries were gone.
Yeah, that'll happen. I've never done it.
Nick told me a funny story.
I've never even been tempted, weirdly, which you'd think that I will.
Nick told me a funny story. He said that when he was in college, they were at their spot the day before St. Patrick's Day, and they're drinking big green beers out of big giant mugs. And a local newspaper came in and said, hey, can we take a picture of you guys? Put it in the newspaper. They're like, yeah. And, like, hey, and they're raising their glasses. He said the next day they got the paper and there's their picture. And it said, the headline was, DUIs likely to rise on St. Patrick's Day. And there's a picture of Nick with a big giant mug of green beer. I'll tell you guys about my friend Stewie at Stewart's American Mortgage. And look, I had an epiphany. I just did. You think you know something your whole life? I was kind of making it up. I knew I wasn't like a numbers guy or a math guy or a mortgage guy or a banking guy. But, I've had houses. I can't be that stupid. And then Stewie asked, like, do you understand this stuff? And I was honest with him, and I said, no. So he told me in 15 minutes about the mortgage business. And he and his son, Jordan, occupy a probably unique space within the sound of my voice, where they originate their own loans. They have employees who they take care of very, very well, do the paperwork, but they don't have commissioned salespeople. And so they don't have to pay anyone commission. Because of that, they pay all of your fees. Now, mortgage companies live on fees, and they'll fight each other about who has the lowest ones. Stewie has none. And so if you can compare, just have a conversation with Stewie, see what he can do for you, and then call somebody else. And they're likely, when you find out you're working with Stewie, they're likely to say, well, we can't beat that loan. I'm going to give you his cell phone. You can call him. You can text him anytime. Even with just, hey, Glover says this, and I don't know about that. I think maybe he's full of crap. Can you explain it to me? And he will. 314-324-4440. That's his cell phone, 314-324-4440. Also, you can just Google the bagel loan, call the bagel loan because the bagel looks like zero and you pay zero fees. NMLS 226715.
Are you struggling with hearing loss? Do friends and family complain that your TV is too loud? Are you tired of asking people to repeat themselves? If you want to hear clearly again, but don't want a bulky hearing aid that makes you look old, you need to try Atom X by Audion Hearing. The Atom X is a life-changing breakthrough, precisely designed by top audio engineers, fits comfortably in your ear, is nearly invisible, and lets you adjust your sound so you can hear conversations clearly, at home, at dinner, or on the go. And right now, you can try the Atom X risk-free for 45 days. Call Audion Hearing now at 800-295-HEAR. That's HEAR for a 45-day risk-free home trial with free shipping and money-back guarantee. The Atom X is lightweight, Rechargeable, practically invisible, and cost 90% less than prescription hearing aids. Don't miss out. Call 800-295-HEAR for complete details. That's 800-295-4327. Hearing for everyone. Audien here.
Join Mark Patrick Hypnosis. Lose the weight or stop smoking. Guaranteed only $59.99. Saturday, March 7th at the Residence Inn by Marriott, St. Louis Westport in St. Louis. Weight loss hypnosis starts at 11 a.m. Registration at 10:30 a.m. Stop smoking starts at 2 p.m. Registration 1:30 p.m.
Retiring soon? Get the information you need by joining Kyle Jones and Matt Allgeier of Fira Capital Management for your retirement highway, Sunday mornings at 9:30. Investment advisory services made available through Pine Ridge Advisors, LLC, registered investment advisors. Securities made available through AE Financial Services, LLC, member FINRA and SIPC.
Built on a century. Focused on today. The voice of St. Louis. KMOX.
Welcome back, DGS 124. I had my first rehearsal with my new band tonight.
Oh, boy.
I'm all nervous.
Awesome.
What if they kick me out of the Dave Glover band?
I'm going to guess that ain't going to happen.
I'll just make the Dave Cowles band.
When was the last time you had a band rehearsal?
Oh, gosh. Before COVID. Yeah, because Dave moved out of town right around COVID. And I decided I was tired. Even before COVID. And I was like, oh, God, Dave's my boy, and he runs the whole band. And so I'll just, take a little time off. Here we are, 6 years later, whatever it is.
You're going to love it, though.
Yeah.
The second you get back into it, you're going to have so much fun.
I'm excited. I saw today that playfulness is the key to a happy life at any age. And today I carried in my baseball glove so I can practice for my baseball team and my guitar so I can play with the band tonight. I think I'm covered.
Yeah.
I think that's enough whimsy for a 61-year-old.
Good times.
Yeah. You guys have stuff like that? What's your play? You play tennis.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I daydream.
Basically everything.
You're a nice man.
I do everything that's silly. Video games, pranks on people.
For someone without whimsy, you do have a very childlike life.
Yeah. I don't know if the whimsy is the right term that I don't like. I don't like fanciful BS.
It's whimsy.
Yeah, no, they're not the same. Whimsy is still like playing jokes and
you don't
That's
like
not what whimsy is.
it's not all, but it's part of it.
I started to say you don't like foolishness, but you do.
I do. I love foolishness.
He likes exclusively foolishness.
I just don't like it. I just got to hold back because there are a lot of people that don't like my foolishness.
So what don't you like? What brand of foolishness do you go, I'm out on this?
Cheese.
Cringy.
Foofy. Like happy, joy. Like, I don't know. It's hard to describe. It's just I just know it when I see it.
Like pornography.
I hate foofy so much.
I like silly and goofy, but I don't like
like goofy. You don't like foofy.
I don't like fanciful. Maybe is the I think that's probably the word. Just kind of like I don't know. Fevered.
What's an example of something that's fancy?
I don't know. What are the things I always talk about hating? Musicals,
tea parties.
Hate them. Tea parties. Yeah, but I'm also not a 7-year-old.
Oh, we should take Kevin to the tea room.
I don't want to. He would complain the whole time.
He would ruin it.
He would ruin
He would ruin. So
I'll be asking if they have Mountain Dew.
It's true. Yeah. He would ruin what was otherwise a very lovely and fun experience.
I don't like tea.
I'll be like the kids
finger
from
sandwiches.
Talladega
I don't
Night.
want to eat fingers. You're like,
no protein.
I'm all hopped up on Mountain Dew. I'm gonna come at you like a spider monkey.
I don't want things that are clotted.
What?
Clotted?
Clotted cream.
Oh.
Remember how much you liked that, Dave?
Awful.
Yeah, you love clotted cream.
I don't remember
That's the worst description of a thing you eat I've ever heard.
You wanted to make that your whole personality.
What was it?
You bought a bunch of I thought you bought like some fancy clotted cream.
Me? 5'10" bald guy? You sure it was me?
Yes.
Bald guy with a beanie.
I'm not crazy, right? Rach, you remember this too?
Yes.
Yeah.
He was like, I love this. Oh,
Is it just a
yum.
kind of cream you put in your tea?
No, it's you like spread it over a bread or something.
Yeah, it's a
Or
spread.
a scone.
No memory.
So it's butter.
None.
It's clotted
it's-
cream.
It's very similar to butter,
Okay.
which is essentially
So
just clotted cream.
we just call it butter. I don't like
Well,
that
it's
other
different.
name.
It's not butter.
I know.
I can't believe it's not butter, but it's not butter.
Product placement.
I can't believe it's not clotted cream.
I can't believe I don't remember clotted cream. I'll tell you guys about Universal Windows Direct. And they are, I have categories of live endorsement clients. And these guys have similarities with like Zero Res, where you have to believe that they're going to do a good job for you, but then every month they're going to give you a special deal because you listen to the DGS, and that's just the way it goes. So I had my choice of window companies. I think I chose out of about 3, and you would know the other 2. They do television commercials all the time, but I just felt better with Universal. I felt like they were simpler. They were less douchey, kind of to speak to what Kevin was just talking about. They're less foofy. And the deal right now is you buy 2 windows, you get 2 for free with no limit, 0% interest for 36 months. So you can upgrade your home and spread out the payments for 3 years. $500 off your total bill when the dust settles. 314-334-2522. UniversalWindowsDirect.com.
Amy,
yes.
I have a real beef with bathroom doors in hotels. The stupid sliding door. No. Give me a fully shut door, because the sliding door, you know what happens? There's always a gap.
There's a gap.
And so if you have a partner with you in the hotel room, there are sounds and smells and steam.
It puts a new meaning to the word butt crack.
The Chris and Amy Show, weekdays starting at 9 on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Midwest winters take a real toll on your garage door. Let my friends at Overhead Door Company of St. Louis come out and perform their 26-point tune-up on your garage door and opener. The work is guaranteed, and it's just one price for up to 3 garage doors and openers. No extra charge for evening or Saturday service. Overhead Door Company of St. Louis, since 1926, 100 years. Schedule online at overheaddoorsstlouis.com. That's overheaddoorsstlouis.com.
Dave Murray's weather forecast is brought to you by Sandberg Phoenix Law Firm.
We can put the winter coats away for a while, but I guarantee you winter is not over. 66 for the high today, partly to mostly cloudy skies. Now, there will be a wind today, so it may not quite feel like the mid-60s. Tonight, cloudy, breezy all night. 56 on Wednesday, partly sunny. Let's keep it windy. 72 for the high on Wednesday. The record on Wednesday is 74 from 1971, so we're going to be hovering around that number. Wednesday night, partly cloudy, 49. Thursday, partly sunny, maybe a spot shower, 73 for the high on Thursday. We start to cool back on Friday, and we're in the 40s for high temperatures over the weekend. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Sandberg Phoenix serves your business in litigation, intellectual property, and products liability. We're more than a law firm. We're committed to your success. Learn more at sandbergphoenix.com. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertising.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS like Mark?
I've been doing home remodeling for 30 plus years, but the economy crashed. I wound up losing my home, losing my job, and on top of that, owing the IRS a ton of money. I owed the IRS $114,000. It really, truly was the worst part of my life.
Then Mark found tax relief advocates.
On news radio, I heard about TRA, and I thought, what's the worst that could happen? So I picked up the phone and I called them. When it was all said and done, TRA settled my $114,000 debt for $100, and I'm telling you, I was ecstatic. Could not believe it. Would recommend TRA to anyone.
If you owe 10 or even hundreds of thousands of dollars to the IRS, don't lose hope. Do what Mark did and call TRA for a consultation.
But TRA did. They gave me a second chance, and I'm forever grateful.
Visit TRA.com or call 800-491-9914. 800-491-9914. That's 800-491-9914.
Texting enrolls you into reoccurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could it be lower testosterone?
Lower T.
Happens to most guys after 40. I was in the same boat until I started using Nugenix Total T2.
Total T2, the new one I've seen on TV.
Yep, it's the next generation testosterone booster for both free and total testosterone. It's packed with even more man-boosting power, sending nitric oxide levels skyrocketing in just 3 hours.
It actually works?
I feel like I'm in my 20s again. I've got more energy, better results in the gym, and things are even better in the bedroom. Send them a text and get a complimentary bottle.
Text now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the #1 testosterone brand at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, absolutely free. Text AREA to 369-369. AREA to 369-369. AREA to 369-369.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
It's men's Billikens basketball action tonight as they face Rhode Island. Pre-game 5:45, tip at 6 on your home for Billikens basketball. KMOX.
Welcome back, guys. DGS KMOX 134. Dave Hines says, please get in a fight over the definition of whimsy. Fully deconstructed, knows my life better than me. I remember Dave talking about the clotted cream. He also mentioned being a chocolatier, which I accomplished.
You did, thanks to Messengers.
That's right.
By the way, I just as you read Dave's message about the whimsy, I looked it up. Whimsy says a thing that is fanciful or odd. So I don't like fanciful stuff. So I guess I
like Lord of the
whimsy.
Rings.
Yeah, but that's not foofy.
Okay, now we're kind of getting down to
that's fantasy stuff.
You like manly fancifulness.
I don't know if I would put it that way, but it's probably closer to the correct. Yeah, I don't
You
know.
don't like no girl stuff. What's the most girly thing you like?
I don't know. Define that.
Petticoats? You ever wear a corset?
Did you ever play with dolls with Shannon?
You ever wear a girl's
don't
underwear?
remember. Shannon wasn't really into dolls that much.
Because you had them all.
Yeah.
Did you like to play pretend with her?
Oh, I always played games. I love playing anything. Like anything that's childish, it's fun. Hide and seek, all that stuff's great.
You would play hide and seek with us.
With you?
I love
you
hide
guys
and
would never find me.
I'd find you.
You would never find me.
I'm not worried about that at all.
You're giant and loud.
I know, but I'm great at hiding.
Did you ever play house?
I don't think so. I mean, like with my kid, I don't think so because it wasn't.
What's the most fanciful thing you played as a kid?
I don't know.
I mean, you played Army?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We did all that stuff.
Play ballet.
You pretend you're professional athletes. You know, you're playing sport. You know, you're playing.
Pretend you're
wiffle ball, and you think you're pretending like you're the the big league players. Yeah, we did the.
I thought you said you were pretending you were the wiffle ball.
Cops and robbers. Soldiers, things. Yeah, all that stuff.
Did you ever pretend you were a girl jazz dancer?
Nope.
Okay, we're getting to it. Just curious. You're a curious man with curious ways.
Yes, I realize I'm a little odd.
You know who I don't like? Sycophants. I don't like anybody's sycophants. And I'm going to give you an example of one right here. Tommy Tuberville. Yesterday tweets out, as we reflect on our nation's greatest presidents, it's hard to think of a president who has been more influential than President Trump. Petition to rename today as President Donald J. Trump Day. And then he sends out a meme of Mount Rushmore with Trump on it. Now, see, I would divide. Tuberville's a sycophant. He's just a boot-licking piece of crap. And most of them are. But like Rubio, I would have voted for Rubio for president. I'm now way less in on Rubio because he's so in with Trump. But he looks like he's dying every minute you see him. Like you can see his soul is withering away. So he evidently still has some integrity left.
Well, I also think he's doing about 10 jobs. Isn't
Yes, that's my point. I am thankful for Marco Rubio because he went and gave a speech to European leaders and basically said like, yeah, I know what that guy said, but just know we're not all this crazy. And they're like, oh, thank God, Marco Rubio, talking some sense. But guys like Tuberville are useless. Useless. You were just there to lick the boots.
I mean, I could have told you everything you need to know about old Coach Tuberville from before he was ever in politics.
Yeah.
This is how he was as a football coach. He was a complete idiot. I mean, this has nothing to do with his political view. He was always this guy. Always had an excuse, always underachieved.
He's doing okay.
Big name. I mean, he's fine. Like he fits the moment, I guess. Like he's not exactly a thinker, is what I'm saying, and that's not a politics thing. That's just him in his whole life as a football coach and everything.
I would. Not only is there no one on the planet who I actually feel that way towards, to where I'd be like, we must honor them as much as possible. I don't have that emotion towards anyone.
No.
But even if I did, I would be embarrassed to like put myself out there like that and be like, I did this mock-up where you're on Mount Rushmore and I'm giving you a little kiss on the cheek and telling you you're my hero. Like, I would feel so humiliated to like even put myself out there in that way. And the fact that there are so many people, like, they love doing it. It's just wild. Like, it's very interesting to me. I wish I understood it more.
Yeah.
Because it's very foreign to me. I cannot relate.
Yes, exactly. Because I feel like I've lived a pretty textured life. So much so that there are very few things that when I hear about them, I can't go, oh yeah, I know what that's kind of like. But being a sycophant, I just never have. I've never liked someone that much.
Well, there's another part of this that's interesting too, and it's these are people that really like to pound their chest about how tough they are and how they got to do tough things and tough things are tough. Except when it comes to one person, you grovel and you oh, sir, you're the greatest sir of all sirs of all time, sir. It's like those two things can't exist together.
Yeah, I agree.
You're either an independent thinking person who's got some toughness to them. And again, toughness is about withstanding difficulty, not about dishing out pain. That's just mean. Anybody can be mean. Toughness is about enduring pain and enduring difficulty and getting through it. And these dopes are all out there pounding their chests about I'm a tough guy and we're the tough people. And if you don't like tough things, tough for you. Except when it comes time to bow at the feet of a certain someone. And now it's like, oh, sir, you're the best. I love you, sir. How do you face yourself? How can you sit there when a man, like Ted Cruz, when a man insults your wife and just be like, oh, it's okay. Like, what are you if you're that?
Yeah, Takeoff says, I remember the same worshiping of a politician in 2008 with the Hope. I disagree.
It wasn't as bad, but there was a little bit of it.
For sure.
And I'll say a comp might be, sorry if this bothers anybody, but the Bernie Bros kind of had a little of that with Bernie Sanders. There was a group, you know who else has a similar thing was Ron Paul had a little bit of that.
Yeah.
We're at a smaller group, of course, but people were like, oh, my God, Ron Paul.
Yeah, people were definitely in for Obama and the first black president and hope and change. And I remember it. Yeah, you make a point. But I just don't think you can compare that to this.
It's not as widespread. It's not as big. And it's certainly not coming from the people who like to position themselves as their badasses. No badass is going to be like bowing down to someone and going, oh, you're the greatest, right? Like, you guys said it so well. There's not a person on earth I feel that way about, unless it's a family member. And I feel that way about like my wife or about my dad or whatever. I don't feel that way about any random person I don't know.
Good, Rich.
I mean, I'm seeing in the chat like comparisons to Obama. Like, I mean, yeah, people were excited about Obama. There was maybe he was getting too much admiration for what he was actually accomplishing. For example, the Nobel Peace Prize. Yeah. It's like, well, what did he actually do? Fair. Those are all fair criticisms.
Ordered a lot of drone strikes.
However, I don't remember anyone ever making a gold statue of Obama.
Yeah, I don't. It's there's some similarities, but it didn't go as far because they didn't start cabinet meetings by having everybody go around the room and like, Mr. President Obama, you're the greatest, and I'm so privileged to be in the room with you. Like, that was different.
I've criticized Barack Obama on the air plenty. I've also criticized Donald Trump on the air plenty. I have had so many grown adults call up angry and on the verge of tears. They're so upset that I am generally just describing what Donald Trump has done, like describing his actions. That is so offensive.
I'll never forget when he set up the smoke bombs in Jackson Square. Is that where it was?
Is it Lafayette
Square? And he carried the Bible.
He held the Bible upside down.
And you said he's holding the Bible upside down.
I was watching what was happening on the television.
And that guy called and just laced you for that?
For describing what was happening on the television.
Yeah.
That was so disrespectful that I dared point out what was happening. Yeah. Like, those are the things where it's like, this is weird. Like, you're really taking this personal.
There's also a bipartisan is a stretch. There's only one Republican congressperson who's in favor of this. But there's a big move right now to pull back the laws about presidential pardons. Now, we need to get Brad Young on because I don't know anything about it. I don't know whether that's a constitutional thing, if it would take an amendment, I don't know. But I know that today on 2 different stations, I saw 2 different Congress people saying, we've talked about this. Every president has done it. Every president has misused it. And they were citing chapter and verse on Obama and Biden and Bush. They said, but we just have to stop this. It's becoming ridiculous.
Yeah, see, that point is exactly why it should be more limited. Right? I mean, the idea that, everybody's done it. Well, that's the problem. You shouldn't be doing favors for people that don't deserve them, and making campaign donations shouldn't get you out of jail. And again, whether that's now or 20 years ago, I don't care. We have to stop centralizing power in one office, or we're not going to like the ending of it at some point.
Yeah.
At some point. I don't know when, but at some point, if you keep pushing more power to one of the 3 branches, then the other 2 are going to weaken. The checks and balances weaken, and everything that was set up by our founding fathers no longer exists.
One more thing about politics. As you know, this administration has gone after DEI, and they've gone after the Smithsonian and lots of historical places that had to do with African-American history or slavery. And they've been taking things out and just completely taking down displays. And a judge just said that they have to put everything back at this display about slavery in Philadelphia that's been there forever. And the judge, a federal judge, said, it seems that this administration agrees with George Orwell in 1984 that ignorance is strength. That's pretty strong.
Dang.
Yeah. It is pretty crazy, though. I don't care what it is. African-American history or anyone else's history, just to unilaterally, through executive order, erase and change history. Again, I don't think any chief executive, my dream chief, I'm elected president.
Shouldn't be allowed.
I shouldn't be allowed to do that. And I shouldn't be allowed to tear down the East Wing. Just my 2 cents.
I would vote for any person that ran for president. Well, maybe there's some qualifiers in there, maybe not any person. But if your platform was, I'm going to give back all of the powers the executive has gathered for the last 25 years, you have my vote.
Yep, you have my vote.
Barring anything unforeseen or terrible about your background.
Yeah.
If you did just that and didn't tell me about any other platform, you'd have my vote.
Yeah. So, guys, about Dr. Maupin and Dr. Sullivan, one thing I don't mention enough is that, yes, they are medical doctors. And when they read your blood test results, sometimes it's not your testosterone for men and women. And they will, if you want them to, either help you to diagnose. Is it diabetes? Is it obesity? Is it some other genetic marker that you have that's causing you to retain weight and so forth and so on? Send all the results back to your regular GP. They are doctors. They're going to want to work this out for you. If, however, like me, your testosterone was low and it seems pretty straightforward, and then you schedule your first appointment and you go in and you drop your drawers and they insert the pellets into your back fat and they tape you up, no stitches or anything like that, and you go about your day. And within a couple of weeks, you start noticing, oh, I feel better and things are working better. And, I'm getting better gains in the gym and seeing results and such. Right next door is BioBalance Skin, where they make your face look better and younger. For all things Dr. Maupin, go to biobalancehealth.com.
Every spring brings promises, and every spring delivers surprises. This year, the Cardinals are writing a new story, and there will be plenty of surprises. Matt Pauley is in Jupiter with inside access to Camp Cardinals.
Presented by St. Louis Composting. Composting, growing gardens and making memories. And Happy Roof. We always create happy endings.
From breakout performances to roster revelations, get reports throughout the day on the voice of the Cardinals. KMOX.
If you owe the IRS, you have a legal issue, and you need the Lance Drury Law Firm. We'll protect your rights. Log on at lancedrurylaw.com.
Too many tools, too much stress, and way too many bills.
Odoo replaces it all. One connected platform for every part of your business, so you can work faster, smarter, and for less. Odoo, the only software you'll ever need. Try it free today at odoo.com. That's ODOO.com.
The Missouri Valley Conference men's basketball tournament has been the showcase for buzzer beaters, madness, and championship glory. With nearly 5 decades of heart-racing excitement, it begins here at Enterprise Center. The 2026 State Farm MVC Tournament, presented by Credit Union One, Great Southern Bank, and SSM Health, tips off on March 5th through 8th. Celebrate 50 years of the Valley's postseason championship. Get your tickets now at archmadness.com.
When it comes to planning your retirement, there's a lot to think about. Portfolio management, tax planning, and retirement income just to get started. Steve All and his team at the All Financial Group focus on those things and more. Their goal is to help you achieve your goals. Call 636-230-8824 or online, yourmoneymattersstl.com.
Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Steve All, NPN number 153-07419.
I got you something extra special for Valentine's Day.
Yeah?
How does a blow and go sound?
I like it.
Great. Air Comfort Service will be here on Monday.
Wait, what?
Our attic insulation is in bad shape. Air Comfort Service heating and cooling and insulation can top off our insulation with blow and go and make our home more energy efficient. We can save up to 30% on our energy bills.
I love it when you talk savings to me.
Schedule your blow and go attic insulation from Air Comfort Service. Visit aircomfortservice.com/blow today.
David.
Welcome back, DGS. So every archaeological dig we do is showing us that humans have been around a lot longer than we thought. And every study we do on death is showing us that death takes a lot longer than we thought. And so there is a question of how long is your brain active after your heart stops, which seems like it's 7 minutes is the number I always keep seeing. Oof. And that MRIs show that in the parts of your brain that have to do with dreaming and remembering go crazy, like more than they ever do in your life. So like in near-death experiences or, life reviews or whatever, that would make sense. Now they're saying that they think they may be able to bring people back after hours of conventional death, that they're able to bring the cells back to life. And we've always thought, like freezing Walt Disney's head and stuff like that. We've always had cryogenics and different things, but now they're saying like, yeah, we think maybe we could reanimate someone after they've been dead for hours, which is creepy.
What's that going to do to the person?
Be a zombie.
Like, there has to be damage, right?
You would think so. Yeah, I don't know why you'd want to, but that's what they're talking about.
Well,
oh, this is really cool. One of our friends had a victory. Stu, my manager on the Bud Light baseball team,
little
Mike Stewart, who was on the show about a month ago. And he did the creative for Bud Light back in the glory days and the Super Bowl ads. Yeah. And he had an ad this year for Bueno, the chocolate bar that I buy you guys sometimes.
Yeah, the Kinder Bueno.
Yeah, I think I saw that.
And today, I was just looking at TikTok and I saw this article. And it was... It's official. A silly chocolate ad won its Super Bowl. These products got the biggest post-game boost. They had 100% boost in sales.
Oh,
they were the most successful Super Bowl ad.
Yum.
Pretty cool, huh?
I like those Buenos.
Yeah, they're good.
They're
I bought 37 million units, so that might have been that might have been me.
It's all Andrew.
It's all Andrew.
That might have been me.
You guys ever heard of a proximity rival?
Is that like...
It's like a proximity mine?
Nope.
Is it the person that is near you that you're jealous of?
Yes. But for example, if I'm jealous of Wheels, I keep him close to me, a proximity rival, so that I can watch him.
Oh, it's just Mean Girls.
So I can make sure he doesn't get too far ahead.
Yeah, keep your friends close, but your enemies closer.
Yeah. Well, again,
it's just high school.
Everything's got to have a new name.
There's nothing new under the sun.
Got to name everything a new thing.
But now you can think about who your proximity rival is.
That's just half of all high school friendships.
They have no rivals.
No peers.
No, there are plenty of those. Plenty of superiors.
We finally have
Can't be rivals with him. He's too foofy.
The great white hope of wokeism. We now have the politician who's going to once and for all put the final nail in wokeism's coffin.
Oh, he's going to destroy it.
He's going to destroy it.
Okay.
The ShamWow guy.
Oh, yeah, Vince. Neil? That's the Motley Crue guy. It might be the same guy.
It's not Vince Neil, although
it would make me really happy if those were the same guys.
I think, could you imagine Vince Neil on the campaign trail?
His fat ass up there.
Sells you a ShamWow.
Vince Offer is his name?
Sounds right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, ShamWow, huh?
So enjoy your wokeism. The ShamWow guy's
it's going to be gone.
He's on his way.
He's gonna wipe it away. His ShamWows.
But I love being woke. Don't take away my wokeness.
Don't take away wokeness.
I thought that whole I don't know. I thought that whole thing was done.
Wokeism?
Like just the buzzing about the this and the that, and then of course the people that are trying to get you to be woke. I thought that whole thing had petered out. Had it not petered out?
I felt like it.
Okay.
I guess Vince is bringing it back.
Bringing it back. Oh,
well, he wants to make sure it's dead.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Double tap.
I just thought the whole conversation about it had been
yeah.
It just ran its course.
He's been busy.
All right.
I think he's been the opposite of busy.
Yeah, I mean, he had the ShamWow, he had the slap chop.
Mm-hmm.
After that,
slap chop.
Can't name any other products. It's been kind of a quiet 15 years or so.
He had plenty of time to get pissed at wokeism.
If every time you have people over, you're embarrassed about your bathroom, it is the perfect time to plan ahead for a spring installation of a new bathroom. At Michael's Bass, they specialize in beautiful, safe bathroom remodels, from tub to shower conversions to full renovations, including the paint and electrical work. Family owned and locally owned, michaelsbass.com. You can plan now for a spring install and ask about financing options, including 0% interest upon approval. michaelsbass.com.
Guys, FanDuel is going to hand you a tool that makes every college hoops parlay worth a little bit more. It's called the Boost Builder. Now, of course, FanDuel Sportsbook is the official sportsbook of KMOX, my official sportsbook as well, and it is a really nice way to have a little bit more fun when you're sitting on the couch watching sports. So here's the deal on the college hoops play. You get a Boost Builder that you can use on any 2 or more leg college basketball parlay. So you just start building your combo, right? You add one leg, I like this team here, and another one, I like that one. And every leg you add increases the boost, so you could get up to 105% turnaround, which is a really big boost. I mean, you're essentially doubling what you're going to win on that bet. So you decide how far you want to take it, by how many legs you want to add to that parlay. You just open the FanDuel app, choose your college hoops markets, apply the Boost Builder token, and then you watch that percentage climb with every pick that you lock in. So go to FanDuel.com/Missouri to get yourself started. And remember, you have to be 21 or older and present in Missouri to play. Opt-in is required. Minimum 2-leg parlay required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawable Boost Builder tokens. Restrictions apply as well, including any token expiration and max wager amounts. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. And if you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
St. Louis has a voice.
KMOX, the voice of St. Louis.
That voice has shared our stories from headline to history. From moment to memory. Presenting the Barnyard Bullies. Among those voices, Bill Wilkerson.
He fakes drop sets, looking, throwing upfield. It is.
Working at KMOX is an honor and a responsibility to represent this community. It's one we take seriously. KMOX, the voice of St. Louis.
For decades, Morgan & Morgan has represented hundreds of thousands of people at their hour of need. Injuries on the job, car crashes, medical malpractice, and nursing home abuse, Social Security claims, dangerous drugs, and dangerous products. We became America's largest injury firm for a reason, and no firm is even close. Then we got to thinking, what if we could prevent these terrible events before they occurred? So we built the AI-powered People Protector. Simply visit peopleprotector.com and type in the product you have questions about before you buy it. Children's toys and accessories, cars, drugs, products, you name it, we got it. With our success, we decided to pay it forward for all of America. Our way of saying thank you for your trust all these years. Morgan & Morgan, protecting America. And if you've already been injured, just visit us at forthepeople.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements. Past results afford no guarantee of future results. Every case is different and must be judged on its own merits.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Why'd I go to the doctor? Working on the farm, my heart kept skipping a beat. I didn't think much of it, but my daughters made me get checked out. Turns out I have atrial fibrillation, which increases the risk of stroke about 5 times.
Symptoms like irregular heartbeat, heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness can come and go. But if it's AFib, the risk of stroke remains. If you have symptoms, contact a doctor.
I'm so glad I did.
Visit notimetowait.com. Sponsored by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
The trusted voice of St. Louis. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
At 2 o'clock, it is 59 degrees. The feels like is 49 downtown at the Arch. A St. Louis SWAT officer shot and killed a 46-year-old man during a narcotics and weapons investigation this morning in the Patch neighborhood. Major Janice Bachstruck says officers spent significant time trying to clear the duplex on South Broadway before entering.
That individual knew the police were here because they had been calling out for over 15 minutes outside the house and then inside the house before they located him. Okay, so it's not as if he didn't know they were the police and they were there.
Police say the target of the search warrant did not come out. A 9-year veteran of the department fired his weapon after encountering the man who was found dead at the scene. After 8 years of litigation, a federal court rules more than 1,600 people jailed at the now shuttered city workhouse are eligible for a settlement because of alleged inhumane conditions.
This applies to people who were in the medium security institution, also known as the workhouse, between 2012 and 2022. Blake Strode is executive director of Arch City Defenders, and he tells KMOX the total settlement amount is $4 million.
That will be distributed over, as you said, more than 16,000 potential class members. And I say potential because it does require that class members submit a claim in order to receive a recovery under this settlement.
The claims period is 120 days. Arch City Defenders now trying to make contact with eligible people. We have the website and number to call to file a claim at KMOX.com. Maria Kina, KMOX News.
Bayer is proposing a $7.25 billion settlement to resolve future claims against Monsanto's Roundup weed killer. The proposal filed in circuit court in St. Louis. It would establish a payment structure over the course of 2 decades for cases in both state and federal courts. Former Missouri Congressman Lacey Clay of St. Louis remembers fondly the time spent with Reverend Jesse Jackson, who died today at the age of 84. Clay says he first got to know Jackson through his father, Congressman Bill Clay, then served as his campaign chair in Missouri when Jackson ran for president in 1988.
He could talk to rural America as well as urban America. He could talk to working America as well as those who were in the unemployment line. And he could always find something in common.
Clay says Jackson was a frequent visitor to St. Louis since his home was in Chicago. Dry winter air in Missouri has many wondering if it's the flu, a cold, or allergies. MU Healthcare's Dr. Albert Kong tells MissouriNet one clue is how long your symptoms linger, and if congestion or a runny nose keeps hanging on for more than a week or two, that may point to sinus problems.
Most virus sinus infections should self-resolve with time and supportive measures. Staying hydrated, taking over-the-counter medications. The winter months are high flu seasons. Really, the season can also matter a lot as to whether you should pursue getting testing for flu or COVID.
Health officials say Missouri Missouri's reached the highest number of reported flu cases of the season, with more than 9,000 cases reported by early January. The KMOX Business Desk, the latest home builder sentiment is out, and they're not feeling all that optimistic. Business reporter Jason Brooks.
A decline in homebuyer traffic and increasing pessimism over home sales is dampening the mood of U.S. home builders. The National Association of Home Builders February Sentiment Index declined from the previous month and remained in an area suggesting negative sentiment for the housing market. Fewer builders cut prices in February, but the average price cut remained at 6%, elevated from recent years, while 2 out of 3 builders continue to offer sales incentives, such as mortgage rate buydowns and added construction amenities.
The Dow from Stifel's up 82 points to 49,583.
We can put the winter coats away for a while, but I guarantee you winter is not over. 66 for the high today, partly to mostly cloudy skies. Now, there will be a wind today, so it may not quite feel like the mid-60s. Tonight, cloudy, breezy all night. 56 on Wednesday, partly sunny. Let's keep it windy. 72 for the high on Wednesday. The record on Wednesday is 74 from 1971, so going to be hovering around that number. Wednesday night, partly cloudy, 49. Thursday, partly sunny, maybe a spot shower, 73 for the high on Thursday. We start to cool back on Friday, and we're in the 40s for high temperatures over the weekend. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Sponsored by Financial and Tax Strategies. Right now, 59 feels like 49 downtown at the Arch. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
Retirement shouldn't feel like balancing a checkbook while blindfolded. I'm Gary Goldberg, and my team helps you see the big picture so you can retire younger, richer, and with less anxiety. Because guessing is not a strategy. Tune in to Wealth and Wisdom with Gary Goldberg Saturday mornings at 7 here on KMOX.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. Happy Tuesday to everybody. In studio, we have April Foster. She's been with us before. She's the executive director of Keyway Center for Diversion and Reentry. And coming up on March 7th, today I get to spring training. They're having a fundraiser, Catalyst for Change Gala, which is at River City Event Center. Gala or gala? How do you say it?
You know, I switch it up every time.
Do you?
I don't actually know.
Yeah. I went back and forth with my mom on this one a couple years ago.
Yeah, I think you said gala.
Gala. Just throw it out there.
Solid.
So welcome back.
Thank you.
Yeah. For the people who don't remember, tell us about Keyway.
Yeah, so Keyway is an organization that works specifically with women who are returning to the community from incarceration. So coming out of prison and jail, we focus on the things that put women most at risk of returning to incarceration. So we provide housing and full wraparound services focused on emotional wellness, financial literacy and financial security, and just community connection.
Do you have to qualify for this? Like, okay, we think you're going to be okay, or like, we don't trust you yet, or can anyone be a part of this?
Anyone can apply. The requirements are pretty broad, just that you have some sort of justice involvement. And what we mean by that is that you're currently incarcerated, that you have pending charges, because we also work with people who are in diversion programs. So we've been doing a lot more work in the local city and county jails in particular. And really, we really just focus. People who come to our program typically want to come, and so that's important. So if they're committed to it, they want to come to us, then they are a great candidate for the program.
This will sound a bit schmaltzy, and I'm not big on schmaltz, but I would think that a lot of these women would be so blown away by someone just saying, "Hey, I'm going to give you a hand up," that would be a dividing line in their life. Maybe it's the first time anyone's really gone out of their way for them.
Yeah, absolutely. We absolutely receive more applications than we can serve. There is a huge need for the kind of services that we provide. Most women, to get into a little bit of the data, I won't go too far into it. I won't be that big of a nerd, but most women who are incarcerated have pretty extensive trauma history. So 98% is what the data tells us. And we know that most of the time that trauma is at the hands of people who should have loved and protected them. So they often come out with very little support system. They often come out with nothing but the clothes on their back. And so anywhere that they can go that their basic needs are met, they're going to be responsive to typically, right?
Yeah.
So when they come to us, that's what we do. We give them clothes, we give them food, we give them shelter. Everything's fully stocked. Once they're stabilized, then we can begin to focus on things like job readiness and financial literacy and therapy to heal from the trauma.
Yeah.
So that's really how the program works.
And Rach and Wheels, jump in here where you want. Have you seen employers be more open over the last few years to hiring people like this?
Yes. To share a little story, we actually just brought on a man as our community partnerships coordinator. So his job is strictly to build partnerships with housing providers and employers. So he actually just established a relationship with a logistics company, and they agreed, okay, we'll try it out. We'll hire 3 of your people. It's gone amazingly well. They said, keep sending them to us. So I think it's part of it is we need employers to understand that there's value. That research tells us that these individuals are more loyal than the general workforce. There are tax incentives to hire people with justice involvement. And frankly, when you get them in, you realize they're actually really good employees. And so sometimes it's just about proving that these people are worth the risk. And I say risk in air quotes because there really isn't much risk to it.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I'm going to get really schmaltzy, but it's something I believe that we're all different. We all have different lives, different families of origin, different experiences. And life at 61 years, life just doesn't seem fair to me. Mm-hmm. Like I've had way bigger advantages. Then I've had some things I'm like, well, that was a dickin'. I didn't really need that in my life. But I think we only get through because at some point other people help us.
Right.
Which is why I try to help as much as I can, because if I don't need that, maybe my daughter will need it. Mm-hmm. Maybe my brother was homeless for about 6 months. I didn't learn that until after his death. And we got a bunch of stuff from his place, and he had done a deposition and he talked about that. And I've never looked at homeless people the same again. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm sure because, he lived in this park and people would give him money and he'd try to buy enough hamburger and bread to eat. Like people help my brother, mm-hmm. not knowing that was my brother. And so when I help people, I always think same thing. I'm helping someone's brother.
Right. Absolutely. I just did a speaking engagement the other night, and we talked about that. We talked about how people are released from incarceration and they're immediately expected to get a job. If their parents, get your kids back and take care of them, get housing, do all the right things. But we have these policies and practices and beliefs in place that completely take away their ability to do those things well. If we have the, employers are going to check backgrounds, housing providers are checking backgrounds. We have all of these barriers in place. So that's why organizations like ours exist, so that we can knock down some of those barriers, and there will never be a totally level playing field, but we want to give them as much of a chance as possible.
Yeah. I know you're not an expert on incarceration, but is it your sense that, and I know every prison's different, but is it your sense that for the most part, these ladies are getting some rehab, or is it more like, just get them the hell out of prison because it's all just bad?
I think our prisons are doing what they can. There has certainly been some efforts to improve what they're doing. There's still a long ways to go. They've made a commitment, for example, to make sure that everybody has their identifying documents before they leave. That has not happened yet, but we're hoping that they are working towards something as simple as that. And that doesn't sound like much, but that puts them weeks behind. If you have to wait for a birth certificate and a social security card and all of the things, you can't do anything, right? So they are really working towards some of those basic things. They're working to make sure that people have mental health care. They have some substance use treatment in-house. Could they do more? Absolutely. But does that take funding? Absolutely. And so what that really takes then is, how can we partner? How can we carry on the work that DOC or the jails can't do, and make sure that we're getting those needs met once they're here?
So a couple Saturdays from now, May 7th, is Catalyst for Change Gala at River City Event Center. So tell people with the remaining tickets, like what they'll walk into? What are they going to see?
Sure. So as you know, I hate boring galas. I like a good theme. I like to have a fun time. I really like to make sure that our guests have opportunities to really connect to our mission and to our participants through activities and just the program itself. So Catalyst for Change is the theme this year, chemistry. This is about when you bring the right elements together, change happens. And so that's really what we're highlighting. So we'll have Patty Pruitt as our keynote speaker. We'll be honoring Katie Sinkfeld as our community impact honoree. We'll have some science going on. Mary Kaltreiter will be our MC for the night. So yeah, we're just really excited. We'll have some of our participants will share some of their stories and some of their successes, and that's really what it's all about. We want to highlight what those successes look like when just a little bit of support is offered.
Yeah. And it's a fundraiser. And Kev, we're giving one of our baseball packages away.
Good deal.
So if you guys are on the fence about whether you want to go or not, we are auctioning off tickets for 4 people behind home plate. I take you onto the field before the game for batting practice. But one of the best things about it is I don't sit with you. And then I'll take you up to the KMOX booth for 2 innings with Ricky and John. And it's really, really cool. Like you can't buy it for any amount of money.
It's not buyable outside of these.
Yeah. So you can do that at the gala.
Yeah.
If people want to buy tickets, what do they do?
Go to Keyway Center. I'm sorry, let me try that again. keywaycenter.org/events. Can buy tickets and tables there. If you can't attend the event or you don't like to get dressed up and you'd rather stay at home in PJs, you can also participate in silent auctions or just donations through that link.
Very cool. All right. Good luck.
All right. Thank you.
Hey everyone, I'm Josh Radner, and I am so excited to tell you about How We Made Your Mother, a rewatch podcast looking back at How I Met Your Mother. And I'm here with Craig Thomas, who co-created the show along with Carter Bays. Hi, Craig.
Hey, Josh. Somehow it has been 20 years since the show premiered. I'm going to check the math on that. 10 years since it went off the air, and we thought that made this a perfect time to look back, see what the hell we did, and why the show still seems to resonate with fans around the world today.
Follow and listen to How We Made Your Mother wherever you get your podcasts.
When was the last time you watched your home movies?
Disasters strike unexpectedly. Every year, American families lose the one thing they'd run back into a burning building for: their family's memories. Hi, I'm Nick.
And I'm Adam. We started Legacy Box to help save your family's most important recorded moments so you don't have to worry.
Load Legacy Box with your old movies, film reels, and shoeboxes of photos.
We work our digitizing magic, converting those memories right to the cloud so they're safe and accessible forever.
It's fast, we always send your originals back, and it's done right here in the USA.
Over 1 million families have trusted Legacy Box. Better Homes and Garden, Real Simple, and Inc. Magazine are all talking about Legacy Box.
New York Times columnist David Pogue says, "Have them digitized. I wish I'd done it sooner." Take action. Save your family's memories today with Legacy Box.
Go to legacybox.com/value to get an incredible 50% off your Legacy Box. That's legacybox.com/value for 50% off while supplies last. legacybox.com/value.
Tell you guys about Mosby Building Arts. And I kind of feel like I'm failing this client. And I had a guy on the stream a couple weeks ago say, "Hey, Dave, I heard you talk about Mosby, and we hired them to do our kitchen or lower level." I forget what he said, but it was just so great, and they're so fantastic. So that made me feel good. Maybe I'm not failing as bad as I think. But the reason I think I'm failing is that all I do is use superlatives, like no detail. Mosby's the best. They're so great. They're so nice. They've been doing this for decades and they have such a great reputation, and they want you to have fun during the design process and the building process and not feel like you're crawling across broken glass to get to your final remodeling project, bring it to fruition. Really good people. I become good friends with Rich, who does the weekend show now and does a lot of the stuff there at Mosby. So if for whatever reason, you went on vacation somewhere and you love this outdoor space they had, or you went to someone's house over the holidays and you loved the way their kitchen looked, rip them off, man. Rip us off. Go to Mosby Building Arts, go to callmosby.com and you can see a ton of pictures and displays and, rip off our creativity. Have a conversation with someone. They're going to make it really easy for you. 314-909-1800 or callmosby.com.
Jefferson Starship, the Runaway Again Tour.
Saturday, September 26th, the Family Arena. Also featuring Atlanta Rhythm Section, Firefall, and Orleans. Reserve seats on sale now at the Carroll House Furniture box office at the Family Arena or Ticketmaster. Jefferson Starship, featuring Atlanta Rhythm Section, Firefall, and Orleans.
Sawyer Brown. Some girls don't like boys like me. Oh, but some girls do. And Lone Star. Every little thing that you do. Baby, I'm a live Saturday, March 14th, the Family Arena. Get tickets now at the Carroll House Furniture box office located at the Family Arena or Ticketmaster. Don't miss Sawyer Brown and Lone Star together live.
This is Megan Lynch. 250 doctors go to Ophthalmology Associates. That's why I trust them. Ophthalmology Associates, 314-966-5000 or youridoc.com.
Join Mark Patrick Hypnosis. Lose the weight or stop smoking. Guaranteed only $59.99. Saturday, March 7th at the Residence Inn by Marriott, St. Louis Westport in St. Louis. Weight loss hypnosis starts at 11 a.m. Registration at 10:30 a.m. Stop smoking starts at 2 p.m. Registration 1:30 p.m.
One city, one voice. KMOX, the voice of St. Louis.
.220 DG as happy Tuesday. What do you guys make of this Michael Jordan thing?
Oh, the butt grabbing?
Yeah, he was at some event surrounded by people, and I guess this kid got ice or water on his shirt.
His racing team won.
Yeah.
They were celebrating the win. Yeah.
And he was, it seems to me pretty clear that he was just like helping him to get the water and ice off his shirt and his shorts. But I guess some people thought that he was groping this kid in a sexual way, and it's just blown up.
He clearly, it's weird, right? Because he clearly didn't seem to be doing it in any kind of a sexual way, but he sure did look like he was grabbing that boy's butt over and over and over again. So it was like, I assumed it was like a playful thing, the way that, like, you know, no disrespect to MJ, but like old dudes will be playful and weird. I don't know. I didn't think much of it. I think it would have been a very different story if it was like a little girl, right? You know what I mean? Like,
or if it was caught like in a moment where he wouldn't have known he was public, right? Like if this was like on a surveillance cam somewhere, I think it's a different vibe than, hey, there's 25, 30 people around me and I know I'm on TV. Like, I don't know. People need to probably apply some common sense.
But also, like, maybe keep it above the waist there.
I mean, I don't necessarily disagree, but I mean, I guess the way I would put this is you see a lot of, in sports, a lot of butt slapping and a lot of goofing around. And I don't know if it's any different than that. I would say this, probably shouldn't do it for this reason, because it blows up. But you should have the common sense to be like, yeah, not going to do that.
Exactly. Common sense is the key there.
Yeah.
Like common sense, knowing that the internet is going to run with whatever they can.
Right.
Like your intention literally does not matter.
That's correct.
If they can extrapolate what they want to extrapolate from it, like, if you go on Reddit, there are 100 threads with hundreds of comments basically calling Michael Jordan. He should be on the Epstein list, according to these people.
Yeah.
And there's like 1 or 2 comments of people pointing out like, yeah, no, I think he had ice and he was just trying to help him out. And he's like really good friends with the family and the child. Not saying just because the child didn't seem upset doesn't mean he wasn't upset. But I'm not willing to jump into the mob foaming at the mouth, ready to call Michael Jordan like a child abuser at this moment. I'm gonna need a little more evidence than this.
Yeah, and the kid did not look upset, which is not proof that he wasn't upset, but it's evidence that he wasn't upset.
Right? Yeah. I mean,
you know
yes.
what I mean?
I will say this: the Epstein stuff is obviously legit. This is a decades long investigation compiling all this information, but it's got people seeing ghosts now.
Absolutely.
Like literally everything is Epstein. And I get it. It's wide ranging and I understand why your mind is like, see, it's everywhere. But this feels like a stretch.
Well, and there's a problem with the Epstein files in that a lot of these files are just anonymous tips that were called in. They were not verified in any way. It's not necessarily evidence of something that actually happened. It's just we got a call and there was a claim that such and such happened. But there are so many people that think because it's in an official document, that means that it was like it definitely happened. So there's a lot of misinformation out there as far as like, you guys know what I'm talking about. We can't talk about what it is on the air because it's so disgusting.
Right. Yeah.
But there are several things where it's like, okay, this is something that was alleged. We don't have proof that it happened. We only have proof that someone said it happened.
Yeah. Right.
But a lot of people lack the ability, or they just don't know. They think that since it's in there, it must be true. So things are getting muddled, and that's a not so great part about releasing all of the files.
You know who's stepping up and taking the bull by the horns on Epstein, ironically, is Hillary. She's out every day talking about this is a cover-up and Pam Bondi's covering up for Trump, and I'm going to testify, and it should be on television, and I'm going to tell you stuff. The DOJ has said that we've released everything we're going to release. You have it all. And yet Democrat Congress people and some Republicans are saying, you've released 2%. There are hundreds of millions. And maybe one of you guys were telling me this. Someone was in the last couple of days. I don't know anything about terabytes and things like that. But I guess the size of these files, they're mostly videos. A
lot of videos.
Who the hell knows?
Again, we also have Blanche saying there's stuff we are not going to release because it's just too terrible.
Yeah.
Like he literally said,
and I don't think that should be their call. Like I said, they should appoint a special master or a group of them, or they should have the Gang of 8.
Well, that's the thing. They're supposed to have access to everything.
They should. They should.
Everything.
Yes. 100%. The DOJ is not greater than Congress. They don't just get to say these things and make them true. Congress is the one that wrote the law.
Yeah.
Here's what you need to do. Want some good news?
Yes, please.
A 6-year-old girl in Pittsburgh named Pim has sold over 100,000 boxes of Girl Scout cookies this year.
Oh, I've seen Pim. She is extremely cute.
She has special needs, and she was previously turned away from Girl Scout troops because the leader said that her disabilities would hold the troop back.
That's awful. And she's giving these people money?
What the heck? Now is she in the group now? Did she find one that took her?
Yeah, she's killing it.
Good.
Look at how many boxes she sold. All I did was see her picture and the fact that she sold so many. I was like, you go, girl.
Yeah.
I didn't realize, she
got turned
had
down.
this journey here. Well, good for her.
How dare you turn her down?
Seriously. It's going to hold the troop back? What are you talking
We're talking
about?
holding the troop
I know,
back.
it's not like you're
Hold 'em back
defending
from
the
what?
nation.
Yeah,
right?
you're the Girl Scouts.
If
it's
an
not the
invasion
army.
comes, we're the last line of defense.
Yeah, I think
Maybe
we're gonna be
alter some of your
okay.
activities a little bit,
Oh, my goodness. Pim.
God, she is a cutie.
Isn't she?
Yeah.
You want to hear the 10 hardest and 10 easiest sports?
Oh, boy.
Let's do the hardest first.
Okay.
Is there any kind of criteria to that? Like,
no.
Physically most difficult? No. Okay.
Oh, he's going to have a problem.
Well, no, I mean, it matters. But
Starting
okay.
at number 10. Hard list. Soccer, baseball, gymnastics, tennis, martial arts, wrestling, basketball, football, ice hockey, and the most difficult sport is boxing.
Wait.
I'm surprised basketball
Why is boxing the hardest?
You get punched in the face a bunch, dude.
Why is that harder than martial arts or MMA when you can be punched in the face and taken down and choked out?
It just is. Here are the top 10 easiest sports. Golf, cheerleading, roller skating, equestrian, archery, curling, bowling, shooting, billiards, and the easiest sport of all, fishing.
Baseball.
Don't even say that. I kind of have an issue with golf being on there. I get that you're not like,
This is a list defined by
yourself.
physical effort is what it is.
Sure.
When you look at those two separations, it's all about like the physical difficulty of doing it, right?
But like golf, I mean, I get that it doesn't have that like cardio aspect or what have you, but golf is tough.
I didn't read it. I have what they did now.
Oh.
ESPN got a bunch of experts together to determine the most difficult and demanding sports in the world. Out of the 60 they ranked, they came to the conclusion as follows. So there you go. So you can blame ESPN.
Of course, they always ruin everything.
I do.
Your ride home just got a lot less of this and a lot more of this.
The 3-2 pitch with the runner going, a swing and a high fly ball. Deep left field, and it's a gunner.
Kevin Wheeler, Matt Pauley, Bernie Miklasz. 3 voices, 1 hour, all Cardinals. From roster battles in Jupiter to pennant races in St. Louis, the Redbird Rush Hour delivers. The Redbird Rush Hour, weeknights at 5 on the voice of the Cardinals, KMOX.
So most of the things that I sell to you, and let's just call it what it is, that's what I'm doing, the live endorsements, we're all trying to sell you a product or service, are things that most people can use most of the time. Then I have a few of my live clients like Dr. Corey Solman that most people can't use them most of the time. But when you need them, it's really important. Very few of you are going to be like, oh my God, if I don't get a Capital Grille steak, I don't know what I'm going to do. But if your little 12-year-old soccer player goes down in tears and has torn an ACL or an MCL, then it's everything in the world to you. If you trust me at all, trust that all the doctors I know have great respect for Dr. Corey Solman, orthopedic surgeon. He's a Midwest orthopedic and spine specialist now out in Chesterfield. He is a great guy. You're going to like him. You're going to feel comfortable with him. He has a great bedside manner for kids and elderly people so that he can take something difficult and scary and complicated like a knee replacement and he can make it okay. He's not going to powder sugar it for you. He's going to make sure you know what the rehab's going to be like and what's going to happen in the OR, but he's going to make it palatable so that you can get through it. He's there for you after the surgeries, and he'll help you to avoid surgery if at all possible. He's not a cutter where, well, I'm going to make an extra X thousands of dollars if I do surgery as opposed to rehab or physical therapy. So I can't say enough good things about Corey. 636-231-5881 or SolmanOrthopedics.com.
Here's Dave Murray's weather forecast.
We can put the winter coats away for a while, but I guarantee you winter is not over. 66 for the high today, partly to mostly cloudy skies. Now, there will be a wind today, so it may not quite feel like the mid-60s. Tonight, cloudy, breezy all night. 56 on Wednesday, partly sunny. Let's keep it windy. 72 for the high on Wednesday. The record on Wednesday is 74 from 1971. Friday, and we're in the 40s for high temperatures over the weekend. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM, KMOX.
Sponsored by Gloria Lou with your home sold guaranteed realty 314-325-6888.
Need to sell your home and you want the most money? The name to remember is Gloria Lou. Yes, Gloria Lou with your home sold guaranteed realty at 314-325-6888 and start packing.
For 100 years, KMOX has been a part of St. Louis. Now, those moments live on, preserved, remastered, and ready to be heard again. Discover KMOX from the Archives, a podcast featuring classic audio from a century of service.
Sponsored by Overhead Door Company of St. Louis, the genuine, the original.
The KMOX from the Archives podcast, available now at KMOX100.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant,
She knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done. This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When it comes to planning your retirement, there's a lot to think about. Portfolio management, tax planning, and retirement income just to get started. Steve All and his team at the All Financial Group focus on those things and more. Their goal is to help you achieve your goals. Call 636-230-8824 or online, yourmoneymattersstl.com.
Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Steve All, NPN number 153-07419.
It's men's Billikens basketball action tonight as they face Rhode Island. Pre-game 5:45, tip at 6 on your home for Billikens basketball. KMOX.
Welcome back, DGS on KMOX. Rach, tell me about something.
What's up?
Anything.
Oh, anything?
Yeah, you got interesting things on the Google Doc today.
Yeah, let me take a little look here. Sometimes it's hard to remember what I say I want to talk about. Oh, okay. I'll talk about my first topic here.
Okay.
So I keep seeing a story of this young boy, and I'm going to be real with you guys. I have not done too much research into this story because I don't think anyone should be covering it. And I need your guys' ruling here.
Okay.
So there's a very young boy. I believe this happened in the UK. He's 12 years old, 15-year-old girlfriend. He got the 15-year-old girlfriend pregnant.
Is this the one who has a show?
I don't know. Like I said, I haven't clicked on any of this. I have only seen headlines.
Okay. I just read this story about a 15-year-old who's on a show called Unexpected. And she was impregnated by her 12-year-old boyfriend.
It's probably these
okay.
people.
Because I was thinking the same thing, like, how is this a show?
Yes.
How are you showing 12-year-olds?
And I am the exact age as the first crop of teen moms on MTV. That was all happening like right when I was 16 years old. It started with 16 and pregnant, and then they graduated on to teen mom. And many of these girls are still making money off of the fact that they were teenage mothers, making money off of exploiting their children. That is what happened. I'm sorry if that offends anyone, but that is what happened. And now I guess there's this new show, like you said, Dave, Unexpected, where we are now exploiting even more children who are having children. And I just think it's so disgusting.
Wait, that's the show is about that?
Yes. That's the show.
It's about the real life thing. Like, hey, this 12-year-old got this 15-year-old pregnant, and here's the story.
Yes.
That's insane.
We shouldn't be profiting off of this situation, period, end of story. It is a tragedy that a 12-year-old is having a child. I don't care what the circumstances is. It is a tragedy that is happening. Shouldn't be happening, but it is happening. And we hope the baby is healthy and safe and all of that. But to turn it into this salacious headline like, yeah, can you believe it? He's 12 and she's 15. How does he feel about becoming a father at the age of 12? He's probably unable to describe how he feels because he is a child, and it's really terrible that he's in this position. And I think the last thing that we as a society need to do is to somehow glorify this or
make you famous for it.
Exactly. Like, What's your name? How do you feel? What's the baby? Oh, can we donate money to blah, blah, blah? Like, no, we should give them all of the resources possible from the government. We should provide support. What we don't need to do is provide fame and wealth from this situation. All it's going to do is incentivize more children to have children. We have just completely lost our way when it comes to like, we should share this. We should discuss this. Let's all talk about this. What's going on? Like, no.
Yeah, if you want to be grossed out, look this article up, because the 15-year-old mom-to-be was talking about they're still in the relationship with the 12-year-old, and I can't even say on the air what the article says, like, about their relationship. It's so disturbing. And I choose not to.
Well, thank you, Dave. And the other thing is that's a completely different chapter of the story. Like, besides the fact that we shouldn't be encouraging teens to have kids, we shouldn't be encouraging 12-year-olds to have sex and make babies, first of all. Then it's like, so what are the details of your sex life? What's going on there? Like, you're a pervert. If you're looking into that, if you're broadcasting that, that is perverse. We are talking about minors. We should not be having this conversation. Why do I even have to say this?
Yeah.
Why have we lost our way in society so much that it's like, hey, I just want to remind you, we're talking about kids.
Yeah. There was a guy, one of the bald Republicans on CNN. There's like two bald Republicans, and they both talk like this. And this was last week, and they're talking about the Epstein files. And the one just makes this point, as proud as can be, we're not talking about pedophiles. These were not children. A 15-year-old doesn't count. And then one of the, I think it was on Abby Phillip, and she said, there's a 9-year-old in there. And then he goes, well, I didn't know that. Okay, I take it all back. But it's like, dude, it's creepy enough that you're making this Megyn Kelly-esque demarcation. To me, if someone's a minor, it's pedophilia.
Also, even if some of the women there were technically, quote, of age, they were still being trafficked. Like, it's still bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it's worse when it's minors.
It's a great point.
But it's still women being trafficked at its best. Like, that's as good as it gets. And it's obviously a lot worse than that.
Yeah.
If 15 isn't pedophilia, why does the law say it's pedophilia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just explain that. Like, so are you interested in a 15-year-old guy? Is that what you're saying? You're saying if a hot 15-year-old walks in here, it's okay to comment on that?
I mean,
like, dude, you got to watch yourself. You sound stupid and crazy. And what is it that you are defending here? This is the question I have for anyone out there. What is it that you are defending? What are you trying to protect here? You trying to protect victims? You trying to protect minor girls? Are you trying to protect people who are deeply unwell and should be kept away from the rest of society? Yes.
Yeah. People with wealth and power don't need you to protect them.
This is the biggest skate of all time.
Oh.
The most people who've done the most things wrong, who appear to they're just going to skate.
And the thing I don't understand, the thing that is just really hard for me to understand are these randoms on CNN and wherever else who take on this mantle of like, I will be the pedophile defender. I will be the one to point out that 14's really not that bad, guys. It's not the same as a 9-year-old. So you volunteered to say that on television. You made that choice. You wanted to say that. You wanted to be the person to, for some reason, point that out. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah. Kev, you want to get a little rage out?
Always.
Want to tell me about your weekend at Costco?
Oh, my God. Okay. Have you all been to a Costco-like place? Have you been to Sam's?
I've been to Sam's.
Been to Costco?
I've been to Sam's before.
Okay. So I'm guessing it's basically the same setup there. But at these massive stores, obviously, look, I screwed up, okay? I couldn't go on one of the non-busy days for the last couple of weeks. We needed to make a run. I had to go on Saturday afternoon. Stupid idea. My mistake. It's really crowded. It was raining hard, so people had nothing else to do. It was insane.
You know what people love? Samples.
Samples. I'm not kidding you. There was a line blocking multiple aisles, 8 people deep, for a chicken nugget. For a sample of a frozen chicken nugget. And I mean grandparents age, 30-somethings. And between the sample zombies who are just like, samples. I don't care if I'm in everyone's way. I need the nugget. Between those people and then like the regular old dumbass aisle blockers that just stop because they're lost or they don't know where they're going. So they just stop and everybody else is crashing into them. And on top of that, you got the dudes on the phone. Like he's trying to find what he wants and he's on the phone. Like, I can't see it. And like, for God's sake, people, what, is it hard to shop? Why is this hard? Do you not have any idea that, I don't know, there's like movement around you and other people that exist on the planet? And what, I mean, like, or are you the only person in the world?
Yeah.
Are you going to stop? Do you ever stop and just leave your cart in the middle of an aisle?
No.
Well,
No.
you should check out Costco on a Saturday because it was everywhere.
I'm never more polite and conscientious than when I have a cart.
Yeah.
Same.
And then between that and then the other people who cannot go fast enough. It's a NASCAR race and you're in their way and they're moving around.
Yeah.
A guy almost ran into me and I looked him straight in the face and I just said, take it easy, dude.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
You know what the
He's like,
samples
sorry.
The samples remind me of, and I'm not above this. Fat Dave spent about an hour talking to the taquito guy at Sam's one time. But it reminds me of when the young girls and Fred Bird shoot out the T-shirts at Busch Stadium.
And everybody's like, me!
Losing their mind. I get it.
It's a T-shirt.
If the T-shirt came to me, I wouldn't bat it away.
No, but I mean, like, I'm not going to beg for it.
No.
And like,
Please.
So if I were walking past a sample thing and it looked intriguing and it's like, oh, it's there and I can just grab it, fine.
Sure.
I'm not lining up for a sample.
Not a nugget.
For half a chicken nugget, I'm not lining up. For a couple of chips that are in a little Dixie cup, I'm not in line. What are you doing?
Oh man,
What are you doing?
Could not agree more.
I seriously almost had a moment where I melted down in the store and just rolled my cart over and screamed at people, what are you doing?
You're going to end up in the paper.
I had the control not to do it. I just wanted to look at every one of them and go, you're in line for a nugget. One nugget.
Yeah, you know what that nugget tastes like, man. Come
It's a
on.
nugget.
You should have just grabbed a box of them, thrown it in their cart, and said, there.
Thank you.
Go home and microwave them.
And again, they have some pretty good frozen nuggets there. Not gonna lie, but what length of line would you stand in to sample a chip or a nugget or some new salsa?
Yeah.
Like, how many people deep would you wait?
Right.
If I have to do anything more than just reach over and grab it while I'm walking by, I'm not stopping.
During cold and flu season.
Thank you.
That's what I want.
Thank you.
Is there something wrong with me? I don't even take the sample if there's no one in line because I'm embarrassed.
Yeah.
Is that weird?
I don't want the interaction. I don't want them to now sell me on
Well, that's
it.
the problem,
Exactly.
and I
I
feel
don't-
bad for all those people.
Yeah.
I do too. And I don't want to feel obligated, and I will feel obligated to buy whatever it is. If it's a Triscuit, it's like
Right.
I feel the pressure to perform and be like, oh wow, that was really
Right.
See,
good.
this is why
Oh my
the
God,
I'll take 2 boxes.
Give me that box.
This is why my standard for a sample is just the drive-by. If I can just keep on walking and grab it and keep on moving and not have to stop,
Yeah.
I'll do it. Because I don't want that person to go, this thing has only 1,800 calories and it's 47% salt. Like, I don't need the breakdown. I'm just shopping. Thank you.
Is your furnace on its last legs? Don't wait for a cold night to find out. Jerry Kelly and KMOX are giving you the chance to win a brand new furnace this winter season. Just go online to KMOX.com/contest through March 1st and nominate someone who you think deserves a brand new furnace. Sponsored by Jerry Kelly Heating and Air Conditioning. Win a brand new furnace. For more information and contest rules, just head to KMOX.com/contests. If you owe the IRS, you have a legal issue, and you need the Lance Drury Law Firm. We'll protect your rights. Log on at LanceDruryLaw.com.
Larry Older here. You know, one of the most rewarding parts of sharing Relief Factor with you is hearing real stories like that of Sandra. She tells us, I've been hearing about Relief Factor on the radio for a couple of years, and I finally decided to try it because nothing else was helping my back pain. I know the feeling. With a 3-week quick start, she said, I went for it. Now I feel like a new person. That's Sandra's own words, and it's so gratifying to hear. I've told you about my brother Kirk having difficulty going up and down the stairs in the morning. He wouldn't listen to me. I told him to take Relief Factor. He finally did. Began moving better, feeling stronger. Too bad he didn't listen earlier. Try it for yourself. The 3-week quick start. And see how Relief Factor could be your game changer too. It is only $19.95. Think about it. Do the math. Less than $1 a day. So call 800-4RELIEF. That's 800, the number 4RELIEF, or go to relieffactor.com. All one word, relieffactor.com. How will it feel to be out of pain? 800-4RELIEF, relieffactor.com.
Turning 50 doesn't mean slowing down. It means getting smarter about your health. That's why we created Neovitin Men's 50 Plus Multivitamin. It's doctor formulated to support your energy, immune health, and overall vitality. Plus, it's made in the U.S. using the finest domestic and international ingredients. Take control of your health with supplements you can trust. Look for Neovitin Men's 50 Plus at your local Schnucks, Dierbergs, or online at neovitin.com. Neovitin, made for men who keep moving forward.
St. Louis has a voice.
KMOX, the voice of St. Louis.
That voice has shared our stories from headline to history.
This is Harry Carey from the beautiful new Busch Memorial Stadium.
From moment to memory.
The chase is on.
Among those voices, Bruce Bradley.
I felt better when Jimmy Carter was president, knowing that Rosalind Carter was around saying, now, Jimmy.
Working at KMOX is an honor and a responsibility to represent this community. It's one we take seriously. KMOX, the voice of St. Louis.
Welcome back, guys. DGS 250. Ben Corrigan is here. He's the athletic director for Roosevelt High School. And, I have a baseball glove problem.
A little bit.
So I just donated 15 baseball gloves to their program, outfit the whole team, and look what they gave me.
Wow, look at that. Awesome. That's sweet, man.
That's going in the rotation.
Yeah, tomorrow, baby. Roosevelt.
Nice.
High school baseball team jersey. I love it.
You guys want to know how sick Dave is?
You should go coach first base.
There you go.
Dave's donating all these gloves. You know what's up on his computer screen all the time.
More gloves.
More gloves.
What do you think Dave
back
texted
there.
me about yesterday?
She's not lying.
I went back there to Dave and Rachel's office to discuss this very thing with David this morning. And he was like,
David.
And he was like,
trouble.
David Allen. He's like, yeah, sounds good. Okay. Yeah, sounds great. That'll be fun. Yeah, it's going to be great. And he's on eBay searches for gloves.
He gotta replace all those gloves I just donated.
He's like, I gotta get 15 more gloves.
Texted me, when was it? Was it yesterday or the day before?
Day before.
Like, hey, here's a couple of gloves. Which one you like better?
Yeah.
I'm getting the Jones.
Yeah. Well, I typically play second base for my team, but I played first base most of my career. And I was texting with Stu. I'm like, hey, do you mind if I fill in every now and then first base? Like, yeah, man, knock yourself out. So I'm like, I better buy a first baseman's mitt. So that was fun.
I didn't know there was different ones.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Way different.
Yeah.
Just a little more protection for your hand.
Yeah.
Catching a lot of throws.
That makes sense.
Yeah. A little bit longer glove, too. Scoop out of the dirt.
Yep. That's exciting.
A couple of those gloves looked really neat. He was going through them, and I was helping him. One of them's like very vintage.
Every glove I gave them, I bought for me.
Right. They're not like throwaways.
No. These are all gloves that I found and thought, Dave needs this glove.
Dave's like, I like it.
Yep.
But look at the good that it came from it, though.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Your addiction is now benefiting young players.
Yes.
You just turned that frown upside down.
Absolutely. Boys, gather up. This is Dave.
He's got a problem.
Dave has a huge issue.
But good news for you. Here you go. It's funny.
Yeah.
But it's, look, I get it. Like, I get it. There are things that like that are just, I don't know why, they hit a certain part of your brain.
Yeah. You get on TLC's My Strange Addiction, and it'll be the first time it's like a happy story.
Yeah. It's a happy
Dave
story.
keeps the entire city of St. Louis talking to baseball.
Super successful guy. Things going pretty good. One of the best radio shows in the country. He just happens to love baseball gloves.
Does he eat the gloves? Is this his addiction?
Oh, no, he donates them to charity after a bit. Like,
artist rendition.
This is a good story.
Does he get naked and play in the park with his gloves?
Artist rendition, and it's something Kevin drew of Dave Nahn on a baseball glove.
That's funny. Yeah, no, I had a rude awakening when I counted up and I had like 20 gloves. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, well, you're never going to use all those.
No.
You probably don't need, if you're going to play 3 or 4 positions, maybe you need 3 or 4 gloves.
Yeah.
But again, doesn't mean you can't. How many guitars you got?
Yeah.
How many do you use?
Yeah.
It's just a thing. They're cool.
Yeah.
The guitar you brought in today was really cool.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Is that going to be the one you're going to play with?
So.
Like out at the shows and stuff?
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I should show the stream. Yeah. So my beloved guitar, when I was in 4th grade, my brother gave me a blonde, yellow 1972 Fender Telecaster, and I loved it, but I beat it up, so we took it back. And then about 25 years ago, I bought one just like it, and I played it in the band for 25 years. And then last year on Nick's 30th birthday, I gave it to him, and it really meant a lot. It was the right move. Like, he's like, no, too much. I'm like, nope, it's yours. So I have this other guitar from a builder named Nash. And it's the exact guitar, a yellow Telly, but it was one of 3 guitars to survive a fire at his manufacturing plant. And so he lost like 500 guitars.
Oh.
And they pulled 3 of them out of it, and I have one of them. And so the only decoration on the guitar is that it's burned to hell.
It's got some burns. It looks almost intentional.
Yeah.
Like you planned it.
Right.
It's pretty cool looking. It also looks in the way that a baseball glove looks cool when it looks used.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It looks like it's seen some battles on stage.
For sure.
Which is awesome.
Which is what I love.
I know. That's what's awesome.
Yeah. No, like looking at baseball gloves, I ended up getting this vintage first baseman's glove for about the same price. I could have gotten a really nice new one, but I'm just drawn to that. It's like wearing another man's Birkenstocks. I love that someone played with this glove. I even love it when someone's name is written on the glove in like a little kid's script. I'm like, that's awesome. I'm playing with Ed's glove now, like I love that kind of thing.
I don't even like that. I don't think that's weird. There's people, you'd think for something that's collectible, like Magic cards, for example, you'd think that it'd be very, you'd want it to be as pristine as possible. And a lot of people do, but there are a lot of people who like to play with the 25, 30-year-old cards, and they want them heavily beaten.
I like
little
stank.
Yeah, show me something that's been used. Show me something that's been played with and had fun before.
Yeah.
Barnes Jewish Hospital and WashU Medicine physicians have long been leaders in heart and vascular care. Now, we're taking the patient experience to another level by opening our new state-of-the-art patient tower, designed specifically with heart patients in mind. By combining the latest technology with thoughtful design and private rooms, heart patients can experience faster healing, reduced stress, and improved outcomes. Learn more at barnesjewish.org/heart.
What if every time you spent money, you saved money too? With Achieve It Checking from Together Credit Union, you can do just that. Every debit card purchase is rounded up to the nearest dollar, and the spare change goes right into your savings. And here's the best part. Together Credit Union boosts your progress by matching qualifying savings up to $8 a month. It's a free checking account that helps you achieve more automatically. Learn more, or better yet, enroll today at togethercu.org. Together Credit Union. Federally insured by NCUA.
The reason many of us hate insurance companies is because some of them act like bullies. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. I've been dealing with these creatures my whole career. Whether it's a workers' comp claim, an auto accident, or a nursing home or medical mishap, the playbook is often the same: deny and delay. We became the largest injury firm in America for a reason. We fight the bullies. They know who we are, and I know it makes a difference for our clients. Just go to forthepeople.com and see our results and our verdicts after those bullies gave us their final offer. Hiring the wrong firm can be disastrous. Hiring the right firm could substantially increase your settlement. It's easy to get going. Visit forthepeople.com on your phone or computer, or call us on your cell at Pound Law, pound 529. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. Forthepeople.com.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements. Past results afford no guarantee of future results. Every case is different and must be judged on its own merits.
My ride smells just right, just right, just right, just right. Y'all gotta try that Febreze car. Just right, just right, just right. Yeah. La 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 la. With up to 40 days of consistency, all over Febreze car clips right on your bed. You know my car's my happy place. Keep that smile on my face when it smells just right, just right, just right. Yeah, breathe happy Febreze. La 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 la.
This is the story of the one. As an HVAC technician, he and his digital multimeter are in high demand. So when a noisy office HVAC turns out to be a failing blower motor, he doesn't break a sweat. With Grainger's easy-to-use website and product information, he selects the product he needs to keep everything humming right along. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
The Winter Games are still ongoing in Italy, and oh boy, has it been so much fun. It really has. And FanDuel has given us all kinds of ways to stay involved, and that has been fun as well. Game lines. You can bet medal counts. You can find the angle on the events that you care about the most. Whatever it is you are into, there's something for you on the FanDuel app, which is safe and secure and very easy to use. So you've had the option of speed skating bets and curling bets and hockey, bobsled, luge, whatever it is that you're into when it comes to the Winter Games, it is right there for you on the FanDuel app. Go to FanDuel.com/Missouri before it's too late. FanDuel.com/Missouri. FanDuel is the official sportsbook of KMOX. FanDuel, play your game. Must be 21 or over and present in Missouri. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
News, talk, cards. KMOX AM St. Louis. KMOX FM Hazelwood. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
At 3 o'clock, it's a cloudy sky. Right now, 59 degrees downtown at the Arch. St. Louis police have recovered a gun from the duplex in the 8400 block of South Broadway after this morning's deadly officer-involved shooting. Major Janice Bachstruck says the SWAT team was executing a search warrant when officers were confronted by the suspect.
Upon entry of the house, they encountered the target of the search warrant. They asked him to come out, put his hands up from the location that he was at. He announced that he had a firearm.
Bachstruck says the man refused demands to surrender. A 32-year-old officer discharged his weapon in fear of his life, she says, killing the suspect. Several others at that residence were taken into custody. A federal court rules more than 16,000 people jailed in the workhouse from 2012 through 2022 are eligible to apply for part of a $4 million settlement for alleged inhumane conditions.
The executive director of Art City Defenders, Blake Strode, tells KMOX they do not know where those 16,000 plus people are, but they need to apply within 120 days.
The eligibility for this lawsuit goes back to 2012. And so people have moved, people's life circumstances have changed in all sorts of ways. And so part of what we're trying to do is really get the word out far and wide so that as many people as possible can make claims.
Determining how much each person can receive is complicated. Strode says to be eligible, you had to be in the workhouse for at least 3 consecutive days. And he adds the amount people will receive, that depends on the number of claims. Maria Aquina, KMOX News.
We got some much needed rain over the weekend. Mark Fuchs of the National Weather Service in St. Louis says Missouri is abnormally dry or in some level of drought.
We're going to be very, very happy for those folks because especially down south where the drought categories are a little worse.
The National Weather Service has issued its first spring flood outlook of the year. Flooding is unlikely as of now because of the dry conditions and limited snowpack in the river watersheds. CBS responds to the Late Show host Stephen Colbert's claim that an interview with a Texas Democratic representative who's running for U.S. Senate was pulled from air. Correspondent Jennifer Kuiper.
Stephen Colbert hit the air Monday night announcing,
"You know who is not one of my guests tonight? That's Texas State Representative James Tallarico."
The Late Show host added,
"We were told in no uncertain terms by our network's lawyers who called us directly that we could not have him on the broadcast.
Colbert says it was over fears it would violate the FCC's equal time guidance. CBS says that The Late Show was not prohibited by CBS from broadcasting the interview and was provided legal guidance that the broadcast could trigger the FCC equal time rule for 2 other candidates and presented options for how the equal time for other candidates could be fulfilled. Jennifer Kuiper, CBS News.
Missourians might not be able to order Kansas City Chiefs license plates much longer under a new proposal moving through the legislature. Bowling Green Republican and House Speaker Pro Tem Chad Perkins says he filed the bill after the Chiefs said they'd move to Kansas for the 2031 season.
If I've given you everything you ask and treated you like a little princess and you leave anyway, well, then maybe I need to take a different tactic.
Under the bill, any Chiefs plates issued before the 2026 cutoff would stay valid. From the business desk, Bayer has announced a $7.25 billion class action settlement in the Roundup-related allegations. The deal still needs a court approval, but Monsanto, a subsidiary of Bayer, would make a series of declining annual payments over 21 years. Monsanto has settled with thousands of other plaintiffs and already spent $10 billion on legal fees over Roundup claims it causes blood cancer. The settlement would cover current and future litigation. Let's get an update of the St. Louis Business Index now. To Stifel we go. Kevin Monton. Good afternoon, Kevin.
Good afternoon, Michael. Market started this week as a rather somber note, with the Dow only gaining 32 of 49,533. S&P was positive 7 at 6843. NASDAQ was up 34 at 22,584. But the Bloomberg St. Louis Index was negative 7 at 1764. Stocks to the upside, Bear gained 6% at 1440, and Caleres was positive 3.3% at 1220. Stocks to the downside, Anheuser-Busch InBev lost 1.4% at 79.29, and Post Holdings negative 3% at 108.50. Finally, Stifel lost 0.7% at 118.11. This has been Kevin Monton, Senior Vice President of Investments at Stifel, member SIPC, and the New York Stock Exchange. For more information on Stifel, please visit our website at stifel.com.
We've got some emergency vehicles on 55 going southbound at Broadway. They've got the left 2 lanes closed, 55 south at Broadway.
A fair share of clouds around on this Tuesday, but we stay mild, partly to mostly cloudy skies. Also a little bit of a wind today, 66 for the high. I think it will feel a little cooler than that. Tonight, clouds, breezy, 56. Wednesday, partly sunny, still windy, but let's try to get that high temperature up to 72. The record on Wednesday is 74 from 1971, so we have a shot of getting pretty close to that record. Wednesday night, partly cloudy, 49. Thursday, still quite mild, partly sunny, just a tiny chance of a spot shower. 73 for the high on Thursday, but high temperatures in the 40s back for the weekend. From the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Dave Murray on 104.1 FM. KMOX.
Sponsored by Sandberg Phoenix Law Firm. We've got 59 degrees. The feels like is 48 downtown at the Arch. I'm Michael Calhoun, KMOX News.
At Sandberg Phoenix, we're more than just a law firm. We're partners committed to you, your business, and your community. From family law to litigation, we're ready to serve. Visit sandbergphoenix.com. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertising.
The Dave Glover Show is sponsored by the Michaels Flooring Outlet, the flooring experts. IGotFloored.com.
I did PA in college, so I know the feeling.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX. We just past 3 p.m. Happy Tuesday to everybody. Fun time right now in the studio. A couple weeks ago, when I realized that my baseball glove obsession, and who is it online, said...
That's Wayne.
Wayne says, not weird for someone named Glover to have a lot of gloves. Guess you're right. And it's weird. Takeoff says, Nakona gloves are great. 100% American-made, top-quality leather. That's what I bought. My first baseman's mitt is in Nakona. It's my first Nakona. So it's weird that you'd say that. So anyway, a couple weeks ago.
Maybe you bought it from Takeoff.
Maybe I did.
Takeoff, eh?
And I said, hey, I need to do something with these gloves. And if there's a high school team out there that the kids don't have great equipment, let me know. And you can have them. And Ben reached out, Ben Corrigan, the athletic director of Roosevelt High. And so he's in now. So, yeah, there you go.
Yes, we're excited. That was really a neat thing. I was like, I'm listening on the way home from a late night, and I'm like, I always do the podcast. I'm like, and I heard that. I'm like, oh, I wish you had an email. Just see what's going up, because our kids, they need gloves. Most of them don't have their own gloves. We have a glove bag for all the kids if they need to grab a glove. Eventually, we lose one here, or here, buddy, you've really played hard, and take it home for the summer. Yeah. You play catch. Just it's your glove now. So the glove bag gets a little light after a while, and so I'll have to order some from downtown, and Director Sharp will send some my way. But to have some that are already broken in, ready to go, we don't ever have to work. It's nice, and so no, we're excited to see the gloves. They're beautiful.
I'm excited for you.
Yeah.
Tell us about Roosevelt.
It's a great high school. We are 101. Last year was our 100th anniversary.
Wow.
Yeah. In 1925, Theodore Roosevelt High School. And we are the Rough Riders.
Love it.
Which is really unique. You guys were talking about the President's Day the other day, and Teddy Roosevelt, he's our guy. He's everywhere in the building. It's for a school as old as it is. I mean, the history is real. I mean, we've had, when it was opened in 25, I think we had well over 2,000, and at the height, like in the 50s and 60s, when the city population was just brimming, we were hitting 3,000 kids.
Damn, I had no idea.
Yeah, just packed. They were running like 4 lunches a day. Where first lunch, second lunch, third lunch. I mean, it was that big. So, but over time, we've slowly dwindled down. Right now, we're sitting at about 550 kids.
Okay.
And it's great. I love it. I've been there since 1998.
Oh, man.
Off and on. I was there for 4 years. It was my very first teaching job was at Roosevelt, getting to a PE job, and I got to coach baseball, got to coach softball, and I just had a blast. And then I left the district for a few years, but then came back to the district because they'll pay for your college if you need your master's. And I'm like, I kind of need some more money. Family's getting kind of big.
Yeah.
It goes along. So I came back to the district in 2006 and I was at Blewett Middle School when it was an actual middle school. And I was the only PE teacher there. I was running the show, loving it. And then in 2009, the district started doing some downsizing and they needed to close Blewett. There just wasn't enough kids. And I had a good friend, Terry Houston, he was the principal at Roosevelt at the time. He said, Corrigan, I need you back. I need you, because he met me back in my first round. And I've been since 2009, been there ever since. In 2014, they asked me to be athletic director because I dig it. I love sports. I love athletics. If I'm not coaching, I'm digging up stats, and it's just a blast to be a part of a school with that much history. And the kids are great too. I mean, that's what you do it for is the relationships with the kids and getting to know them and helping them have a good time. And that's what I want.
Oh, you and Wheeler are like 2 different timelines of the same person. Like I could have seen you just doing the same thing.
Absolutely. Almost did.
Yeah.
Almost did. They're very similar. I mean, when it was out of college, it was, do I want to go coach or do I want to do radio, but they were both kind of happening at the same time. And obviously now I do a little bit of both.
Yeah.
The coaching is more of a side fun thing that I really enjoy.
Where is Roosevelt geographically?
We're South City. Uh-huh. You think Gravois, Arsenal, and Grand, that little triangle there.
Yeah.
We're right off Arsenal. As you're driving down Gravois towards Afton, you'll see it right there at Compton. The back of the school, our football field's there. We don't play our baseball games there. We used to. Back in the day, we had a cinder track. And so
remember those?
We actually played our baseball games there. And if you hit it in the grandstand, that was a home run.
Uh-huh.
And I got a video of a kid, Anthony Galarza. He was a shortstop. He hit one, and we got the video from back in the day when I was coaching baseball. We played games there. But then about, I want to say 2009, 2010, the district got rid of the asphalt and put in blacktop. Well, you can't run through the outfield with spikes on blacktop. You're skating. So they went to city parks, at least for Roosevelt. And they've used city parks for a while.
And where's that?
Wilmore Park. They would play down at Wilmore Park, up at Fairgrounds.
Okay.
We had games up there for a while. But it kind of got a little sketchy. So our district director said, we need to find a better place. And so now we're at Cool Papa Bell Park, which is Matthew Dickey. Mm-hmm. It's right up off of 70 and Union. And that's where all the city's games are, whether it's Metro, whether it's Gateway, all of our city games are up there.
I will come to a game.
Yeah.
100%.
Not that far away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You should come with me.
Sure. Go hang out, man.
Let these two fools do the show.
Only problem is these guys probably play at like 3:30 in the afternoon.
That's okay.
4:30. Yeah, 4:30. Yeah, 4:30 to 6:30.
Dave's like,
yeah,
we got a couple segments.
Steve's on vacation. Squeeze out of here at 4.
You just got to look at the forecast first. We were talking about that during the top of the hour. Cold weather baseball's hard, man.
And muddy. And unfortunately, that field, if it rains that day, it's going to be tough to play that day.
You know what, though? You guys will get this. It's a vibe, though. Just being out there for the first time, and you're tight, and you can't throw, and it's cold and windy. There's just something about that, though, because you know what's coming.
Yeah,
you know it's coming up.
You're close to that warm weather when it feels good to be out there. It just the trees are starting to leaf out, and it's a special feeling.
Yeah, you get these days, and you're like, oh, it's close, and then your first day of practice will be 38 and rainy.
Yeah.
You're in sweatpants. You're in hoodies. Yeah,
So
I'm
Bennett,
cold.
I'm curious. You're saying, there's obviously a need for these gloves. So for some of these kids, is this their first time playing baseball?
Yeah. It really is. We're for some of our coaches, because I'm not the coach now. I have coached even as an athletic director, but we're meeting kids. They want something to do.
Mm-hmm.
Baseball sounds cool. Let me try. And we're showing them how to play catch. We're showing the foot and everything. It's literally that level for a lot of our city kids, because it's just not something that you see in the inner city.
You don't see it, and you don't see it anymore out in the suburbs either. Kids don't play sandlot.
If the parent's not signing the kid up
for
to show the kid
travel,
you're just not going to see it. My kids grew up on CYC, and so it was always there, and that's rec level, and that's fine.
Yeah.
And my kid was like, you could tell he was like better and wanted to more. All right, let's find you more. And so we tried out for a couple, and we're able to catch on, and he's having fun now. He's a catcher for the Fluorescent Braves, so having a good time. But in the city, our kids, it's brand new, and unfortunately, you see it in the play. I mean, we've had some games, unfortunately, where the most important position is pitcher. Can he get it over the plate?
Mm-hmm.
Finding that kid that's got the wherewithal. I mean, 1 out of 8 pitches is outstanding, but then the rest are in the backstop.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel bad for our catcher that's our second most important position. Are you going to find a kid that wants to put the gear on? Because that's unique. Yeah. And he gets tired chasing the ball 30 feet off the backstop at Cool Papa Bell.
Yeah.
He's tired. And we've had a few examples where the umpire says, all right, the other team gets the bat.
Just end the inning. Yeah.
And that's a forfeit then. Because if you can't finish the inning, then that's a forfeit.
Right.
But the umpires want to be fair. All right, we were there for 45 minutes, and you got 1 out.
Yeah.
But they're learning.
Well, I love that they're at that level, though. I mean, great.
Yeah.
Great. Whether they go on and they play past high school or they just have great memories, like fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, the kid will catch a fly ball, and it's like they scored a touchdown.
That's great.
They caught a fly ball, and they're all cheering like, all right, we need 2 more.
I love it. I love it so much. Well, this will help. So I'm glad this worked out. All my best to the team.
Thank you.
Keep us updated and send us a pic.
Oh, yes, absolutely. The kids will be excited. I take pictures of all the games. Like if I'm at a game, football, basketball, whatever, you're going to see me with the camera. And they're on rotating screens throughout the school. I love taking pictures of the kids. The kids, that's their memory.
That's great.
That's their memory. It doesn't matter if they win or lose. That's their memory. I was there.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
What's up? It's Draymond Green. I'm back for my 14th NBA season, and my podcast, The Draymond Green Show, is back too. This season, I'm breaking down games, reacting to the biggest NBA stories, and sitting down with teammates, rivals, and culture shapers. And trust me, I'm not holding back, on the court or on the mic. 2 new episodes every week. New segments, big conversations, real basketball talk for the real hoop heads. Listen to and follow The Draymond Green Show wherever you get your podcasts. We're back. We're better. Let's get it.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering. so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
I can't believe how spotless my floors look after using the Swiffer Power Mop. No more dragging around a heavy mop and messy bucket. Now I get the same deep clean without all the work. Thanks to the powerful solution and scrubbing pad of the Swiffer Power Mop, dirt and grime don't stand a chance, and I don't break a sweat. Mic drop. Mop drop.
Swiffer Power Mop. Swiffer Power Mop.
A smarter way to mop. Try it or your money back.
Wait, Corey from Air Comfort Service? What are you doing in my basement?
Standing behind our work.
It's 9 p.m.
At Air Comfort Service Heating, Cooling, and Installation, we take pride in our work. If you need heating service, no matter the time of day or night, we're here to help with 24/7 emergency service.
So you're just going to stand behind my furnace?
Yeah, pretty much.
Can you hand me those paper towels then?
Absolutely. For heating service or HVAC maintenance, visit aircomfortservice.com. That's aircomfortservice.com.
Tell you guys about John Moriarty at E3 Wealth. So we get these ratings. I'm not a big fan of the ratings, whether we're top 5, bottom 5. They just think they're crap. But they do give us a lot of demographic information these days, as you might expect. And we know that KMOX has a ton of business owners and entrepreneurs out there. So I'm lying. I have been a business owner. I have been an entrepreneur. I forget. It's probably difficult to find a financial person who's not just the classic, like, I'm going to sell you some whole life insurance. We're going to get a Roth IRA going for you. It's a much different animal with people that own businesses and are entrepreneurs. This is what John Moriarty does. He loves it. He's great at it. He is a really easygoing guy. He's like a normal guy, right? If you're expecting to walk in and see like Gordon Gekko from Wall Street, that's not John. He's a really laid back, easygoing guy. He just happens to be a genius at business finances and business coaching. Couldn't be more simple. E3wealth.com. Reach out to them, set an appointment, have a cup of coffee, see what you think.
Celebrate jazz legend John Coltrane with the St. Louis Symphony Orchestra in a special one-night-only event, Coltrane 100 Legacy. Celebrate Coltrane's creative genius through powerful orchestral arrangements of his most groundbreaking works. Curated and arranged by acclaimed composer Carlos Simon, this performance features saxophone icon Joe Lovano in a journey from Coltrane's early classics to his late visionary masterpieces. It's jazz, symphony, and legacy, all in one unforgettable night with your St. Louis Symphony Orchestra. February 28th at 7:30 p.m. at Powell Hall. Tickets at slso.org.
If you owe the IRS, you have a legal issue, and you need the Lance Drury Law Firm. We'll protect your rights. Log on at lancedrurylaw.com.
Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. KMOX, the voice of St. Louis.
Welcome back, guys. DGS on KMOX 321. I was laughing so hard last night. I haven't been watching the Olympics, but I'm basically familiar with curling. And I saw that there's a big kerfuffle because the Canadians were cheating, and then they said F off to the Danish or whatever it is. And I'm watching the replay, and I'm like, is it when the guy pokes the stone? Because he clearly poked the stone with his finger. And they're like, yeah, that's what it is.
I guess you can't touch it again once you let go.
And he like, his finger was the emoji for pointing. I mean, like, it's he couldn't be more poking the stone.
He's like, I was just pointing at it. I wasn't pushing it.
Like, what's the beef?
I'm sorry, what stone are we referring? What are you talking
The
about?
curling stone.
Oh, okay.
Stone.
Sorry,
The thing that they push and they got to shuffle in front of it and make it slide, and he's just like poking it.
He's poking it.
Yeah, I don't know much about curling, but I know you can't do that.
And Kev,
Do not poke the stone.
From a sports standpoint, I think this is fascinating. They don't have referees. They're on the honor system. So when
Yes, that's why there's so much poking going on.
In the Olympics, they're like, Larry, you poked the stone. He's like, F off, I didn't poke it. And he's like, I'll show you the video, Larry. Larry, you poked the stone.
So there's nobody watching.
There's nobody watching.
In the Olympics?
It's not even a sport.
It's like playing pickup basketball where you're like, really?
Yeah, you
dude?
call your own
You're
fouls,
gonna call
right?
that a foul?
Come on, that's not a foul.
Weak.
You got that guy that calls foul on everything. Oh, my God. You want to call it a foul? Let's make sure it's a foul. Then here you go, buddy. It's a hip check.
Did you guys see Colin Yost from SNL is like one of NBC's Olympic correspondents?
Yeah, I saw that he did the bobsled.
He did, and I watched a little of the video this morning. He said he legitimately thought he was going to die.
Yeah.
Like, you're going so fast. He said he felt like his spine was going to crack.
Yeah.
And he was like cussing and going like, ah, as he was going down the bobsled.
When I did that
Should've
ride
had one of his boys laying on him.
When I did that,
he would have felt more comfortable.
Maybe that's why they do it. It's like a
This
calming
is why.
Yeah.
It's like it's calming to have somebody with you.
David's like one of your weighted blankets.
yeah, find out. Find out we both die.
Oh man, bro, could you just lay on me? Just so...
I was like that when I did my ride along in the Indy car. Like, we took off like a bat out of hell and made a left turn, probably going 120 or something. Like, it wasn't crazy, but your brain says no. Your brain says you can't turn this fast and live. And so even though I had just watched people go around the track and they didn't die, I'm like, well, this is it. This is what my head's going to fly off.
That's how I feel when my wife gets up to like 80 on the highway. I'm not a fast driver, so when that happens,
No,
I'm
we've established that.
I'm like, no, I'm going to die.
I realize this is like the bobsled. It's not like a roller coaster metal track, right? You have a lot more wiggle. There's a lot more movement in there because you're not attached. But like the speeds of those are like about the same as like the fastest roller coasters, and people go on those.
True.
So why is Colin Yost being such a weirdo?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It must be the bumpiness of it.
Yeah, and I'm not the biggest Colin Yost fan, but let me take up for him. A roller coaster, you're like strapped in on a track.
For sure, yeah.
The bobsled, it's like you're on. You're just, I don't know, sliding down this smooth, terrifying ice. Like, it does seem really scary to me.
I was on the top thrill one at Cedar Point. That's like 120 miles an hour.
You're basically an Olympic athlete.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I should bobsled. Yeah. Not that I could drive it. I'd crash.
Yeah. What's that take? 2-3 times down the track?
That's true.
Figure that out.
It is one that I've always wanted to do, but I guarantee you it's way harder than it looks. Like, the speed is not the problem. The problem is the control.
Being from Michigan, I think of you as being from Iceland. Like, were people doing Winter Olympic sports up there?
No, we don't have any mountains.
Okay.
I mean, there are like little skiing thingies, but nothing.
Can you ice skate, Kev?
Can I ice skate?
Yeah.
Now, not so much. When I was younger, yes.
I can't at all.
When I told you weren't here. We talked about this yesterday. My dad was a referee, so a hockey referee. So I learned how to skate when I was little, and I didn't play for a team in part because he was always traveling for refereeing. But I played almost every day. Like, my friend's backyard was always frozen over in the winter. We'd go out there every day and play.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's fun.
But I had no training in it, like no skills. I mean, I could just do it.
That's another thing I have that I could give away. If there's any size 10 out there who need a really nice pair of hockey skates, you know my famous story I told yesterday?
You have
where,
hockey skates?
Yes, where Phoebe refused to skate with me.
Yeah.
It pissed me off. And I decided, okay.
I'm going to learn.
I'm going to learn how to skate. And I'm going to play hockey, and I'm probably going to be in the Blues. And I've never had them on my feet.
What kind are they?
Bowers.
Ooh.
They're like $300.
So you went to, I was going to say you probably went for the good ones.
Yep, of course. Because I'm an idiot. An idiot.
Did you get the broken in ones or new ones?
No, these are brand spanking.
Oh, that would be a good one maybe to get broken in.
They've been hanging in my garage now for 10 years.
You could like put those in like a man cave. That would look cool hanging on the wall. Put the laces over a nail or something. Yeah.
I could use them if someone breaks in.
Make them think twice.
That's right.
Have you guys ever been ice fishing?
No, that sounds fun, though.
Yeah, it does sound fun.
Have you, Wheels?
No, I just.
Well, you probably don't like fishing.
I
at
don't.
all.
It's too boring.
Okay.
Too whimsical.
It's too slow.
It's too fun. It's too fluffy.
What if there's a talking fish?
I'm just gonna sit there and be like, "Well, let's wait for this animal to bite on the bait."
Fish.
I don't sit here and wait. Wait. I have been fishing like twice, and I was a little kid, and I was so bored.
Oh, I loved it.
I mean, I get it. Like,
Fishing's great.
I get the point is the peacefulness of just being out, but also these fishing people and the hunting people too. You're out there at 5 a.m. I'm not doing anything at 5 a.m.
I know.
No, that I'm not doing.
And I'm not doing anything for fun at 5. If I'm up at 5 a.m, something's wrong.
Yeah.
There's something I got to do that I don't want to do. I'm not doing anything fun at 5 a.m.
I feel you. Let me encourage you guys that if anyone out there has need of a personal injury attorney, a plaintiff's attorney, you have too much of a choice. You have thousands of plaintiff's attorneys out there. You have probably a couple hundred of them advertising in some way. You've got a couple dozen of them spending $1 million a year easy just in this market on all kinds of craziness. Then you have Mark Cantor. Mark Cantor is a very, very solid trial attorney. He reminds me of the kind of guy I wouldn't have wanted to go against when I was a defense attorney. And now most of the names that you can think of that advertise, we loved seeing their name on a lawsuit because we knew they weren't very good. All they could do is advertise. Mark Cantor's a different deal. He's going to hold your feet to the fire. He's going to bring in a good result. I promise you that if you hire Mark Cantor, the insurance companies are not going to be happy about that. 314-628-9999, CantorInjuryLaw.com. The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
Start your day with an edge.
Total Information AM.
It's like breakfast for your brain. I wake up, I turn on the news.
I gotta listen 3 or 4 times every day.
Debbie Monterey, Megan Lynch, Tom Ackerman.
I like to wake up with the news.
Total Information AM.
It's where I get my news. Traffic conditions and potential weather that's coming.
Total Information AM. Weekdays 5 to 9.
I like to turn it on and just get caught up.
Where I get my news. The news, weather, and traffic.
On the voice of St. Louis, KMOX.
If snow and cold has you thinking spring, why don't you do something constructive and call Chesterfield Fence and Deck? Let this be the year that you have that beautiful outdoor space that you've always wanted. Whether you're talking about a new deck, a patio, a pergola, they do all of it. And of course, fences as well, sunrooms, screen rooms. You can visit their beautiful showroom in the Chesterfield Valley. Chesterfield Fence and Deck is the sign you have the very best since 1968. All of their products are guaranteed by a 5-year labor warranty, comprehensive material warranties provided. They have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. Now, if you're looking for the rock bottom cheapest price, Chesterfield Fence and Deck is not it. What they are is the company that guarantees their work and has been doing great work for 57 years. Quality work that will last for a long, long time. So you can enjoy your outdoor space for years to come. If you mention me, Debbie Monterey, they'll offer you 48 months interest-free financing. ChesterfieldFence.com.
Join Mark Patrick Hypnosis. Lose the weight or stop smoking. Guaranteed only $59.99. Saturday, March 7th at the Residence Inn by Marriott, St. Louis Westport in St. Louis. Weight loss hypnosis starts at 11 a.m. Registration at 10:30 a.m. Stop smoking starts at 2 p.m. Registration 1:30 p.m.
It's time for a $98 furnace tune-up.
But my lips are turning blue. Are they fast?
My darling, Jerry Kelly can install a new furnace tomorrow, no matter what day tomorrow is, even if we call late at night.
You are my hero.
Fast and they're good and they got it going on. JerryKelly.com.
Just hearing the word IRS can make people break out in a cold sweat. No one wants to deal with the IRS, and now you don't have to. The good news is Legal Tax Defense has been successfully negotiating with the IRS for more than 15 years. It doesn't matter how much you owe, whether it's $5,000 or $5 million. You deserve the best in the business on your side, and that is Legal Tax Defense. Even if you're working with someone else and just want a second opinion, there is no cost or obligation to call. They can prevent levies, liens, wage garnishments, even file back tax returns. And the best news about Legal Tax Defense is they won't take your case unless they know they will reduce or eliminate your tax debt. Call Legal Tax Defense right now for a free no-risk consultation. 800-284-1238. 800-284-1238. You have nothing to lose, but everything to gain. 800-284-1238.
Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Well, if you're headed out west in the Wentzville area, we've got backed up traffic both directions around 64 and 70. First of all, we'll start with westbound 64. In the city, Science Center out to McCausland. It's slow again, Lindbergh to 270, but then a jam approaching 364, and it's pretty much at a standstill all the way out to 70 due to road work going on there. And eastbound 70, just east of David Hokel Parkway in through Highway Z is bumper to bumper in that area as well. Looks like there are still restrictions in place. Westbound Highway 70, all the way to St. Charles County from 94 to Zunbelt, it's a little slow around Highway K and around Highway A. Southbound 270 bogged down, 364 to Ladue, from 64 down to Doherty Ferry and past 44 is a little slow. Westbound 44, the right lane's back up west of Lindbergh. All lanes are stop and go approaching 141. All the way down the west side of the entire hill, there's a crash on the shoulder now before Lewis Road that was blocking earlier, so it's just traffic unwinding there. Southbound 55, Arsenal down through Bates, and Butler Hill down through Merrimack Bottom is pretty slow. Eastbound 70 backs up Packers Avenue onto 64 through to just past the 70 interchange, but it looks good in Fairview Heights. I'm Roger Brand in the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
The Missouri Valley Conference men's basketball tournament has been the showcase for buzzer beaters, madness, and championship glory. With nearly 5 decades of heart-racing excitement, it begins here at Enterprise Center. The 2026 State Farm MVC Tournament, presented by Credit Union 1, Great Southern Bank, and SSM Health, tips off on March 5th through 8th. Celebrate 50 years of the Valley's postseason championship. Get your tickets now at archmadness.com.
It's men's Billikens basketball action tonight as they face Rhode Island. Pre-game 5:45, tip at 6 on your home for Billikens basketball. KMOX.
Welcome back, guys. DGS 334. Dave Murray brought to you by the Saliga Heating and Cooling Weather Desk. Joins us now. Hello, Dave.
Hello there. I know I'm supposed to root for the Billikens, but not tonight. Got to root for the Ruddy Rams. Go Rams.
Playing Rhode Island. Yeah.
Yep.
And they're pretty good, right?
They have they're
having a bad year. Yeah.
Yeah, they're consistently have a pretty good basketball team.
Well, they got half the population of the state right there on the team.
That's right. All right. I missed it. I saw the picture.
Yeah.
But we got to get back. Just to give me the synopsis on the DoorDash.
Oh. Apparently you can order cinder blocks on DoorDash, and your driver just has to do it. Your driver just has to get you like 400 pounds of cinder blocks and drive them out to your house.
So you didn't order them?
No, I didn't order them.
Okay.
No, I delivered them.
Is this the new like a fish on your doorstep kind of thing?
Maybe. Yeah. Sleeps with the cinder blocks.
Yeah.
No, I had to deliver those. I was the driver in question who had to go to the store and fish them out and then load them into the back of my.
I couldn't look the driver in the eye if I had ordered cinder blocks.
It was
if
weird.
I gave him $100 bill, I couldn't look him in the eye. I'd be like, I'm sorry.
Well, then imagine you don't know the cinder blocks are coming, and then a guy shows up on your doorstep and says, "Here's your blocks."
Yeah, right.
Here's your damn blocks.
Because of the squirrely sister who's not allowed to be online, and she's the one ordering all the stuff.
Yeah, she's ordering cinder blocks. I did notice several other large piles of cinder blocks throughout the
Did you really? Oh, I was going to say.
Addicted to ordering cinder blocks.
And a few shallow graves.
Full of more cinder blocks.
Wow.
So sunny and warm tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow is the best chance of this week of breaking a record. I'm not breaking the record with the actual forecast, but I'm going 72 tomorrow. It's windy from the south. It has to be windy this time of year to get these kind of temperatures. 74 the record from 1971. It'll be close. Be a close call. Tomorrow night is fine. 49 for the overnight low. Thursday, interesting day. A cold front coming in, but probably won't get here until mid-afternoon. So partly sunny skies, windy. I think we'll jump to about 73 on Thursday. That's about midday. Then the cold front comes through, winds swing to the northwest. With that front, there's going to be a fast, scattered line of showers, even a couple of thunderstorms. Best chance for severe weather is like central and eastern Illinois, but something we have to keep an eye on. Falling temperatures. I don't think it's a giant fall, but falling temperatures during the afternoon. Down to 38 Thursday night. Friday, sunny. Not a bad day, but colder. In the 40s to near 51 for the high. Saturday, partly sunny and 43, but some snow flurries around Saturday afternoon. Saturday night, light snow, not a lot, but light snow and 27. Sunday, partly sunny and 38. Yeehaw.
Sounds pretty.
Ride the roller coaster.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm not ready for the warm weather yet. I'm all right.
You don't want it too quick.
Yeah. Paul says I'm making him seasick. Sorry. It's my stemming. Rocking back and forth.
Let's all do it. Yeah.
I'll do it.
We're all in the same boat.
Yeah.
I only go back and forth.
You only go frontwards.
First time I was on the air at Channel 5, right out of graduate school, noon show. That's how I did the weather. I was so nervous.
Swaying back and forth.
I was just swaying back and forth. Program director called me. The secretary came down to the studio and says, Mr. Gunther would like to see you right away. And I'm thinking, I'm dead in the water already.
Yeah.
I've done one show. I'm
one.
dead in the water. And I walked into his office and he goes, do you have to go to the bathroom? And I said, no. And he said, well, make it a point to go to the bathroom before every show. So you stop doing this all the time.
I like that his joke. I like that his joke didn't land, but he still pushed forward with it.
He was a soft touch, that Mr. Gunther.
Yeah. Did you pee? No.
Well, make sure you pee. Did you pee your pants, Daybury?
But you know what? Ever since that one moment, the last thing I did before the news came on was go to the bathroom.
Wow, what an effect that guy had on you.
All that long time. Recommend it to everybody. Just do it.
Do you go before you go on our show?
So the
yes, I do.
He goes during
the swaying.
Well, that's
back
the nice
and
thing
forth.
about radio.
So the swaying back and forth was not because you had to go to the bathroom,
No,
but going to the bathroom fixed it.
I was nervous.
Oh, I get you.
Him pointing it out to me.
Got you to
fixed it.
Yeah.
But it was his way of joking.
I get it.
And so I did it. I just
became
started
tradition.
doing it.
You know how bosses are known for their humor.
Oh, yeah.
Did I already talk about how Monster Quest got too scary for me the other night?
What?
Did I tell you guys about that?
So.
So Monster Quest is an old show, like 20 years old, and now there's a new season. So I'm geeked. I'm totally nerded out, excited. And it's the last thing I do before I go to bed. I'll just put on Monster Quest. I'll just kind of lay there half watching it, and Bigfoot, right on. Here's the Dog Man, Mothman, let's go. And then they started throwing ghosts and demons into it. And I'm like, I can't watch this.
Oh, why?
Because it's scary.
It's a TV show
about ghosts and demons.
I know.
Which
I
are
want to
clearly
see those.
real.
I got to go watch that show.
Yeah, you'll love it. It's good.
I haven't seen it since the old days.
Yeah, it's updated. It looks like a Netflix show or something.
Is it quality?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, good.
Much better quality.
Nice.
Yes. Headlines, Rach?
Brought to you by Schnucks. Reward yourself daily with the Schnucks Rewards app. Okay, the Louvre is in hot water again. Or rather, they're feeling embarrassed because once again, they've been swindled. They've been scammed. French authorities have charged 9 people with running a decade-long scam that allegedly cheated the Louvre out of more than $12 million. So investigators say that tour guides would bring roughly 20 Chinese tour groups a day through the museum, but they would use the same entry ticket multiple times because they paid off Louvre security staff to ignore the ruse.
Always Chinese people?
Yeah, I guess these Chinese tour groups would come in. They were these 9 people that have been charged were mostly Chinese nationals. So I guess they were making the connection there. And then they paid off some more tour guides at the Louvre and just did this over and over again. Scammed them out of $12 million bucks.
The Louvre kind of schmucks.
Yeah. Having the problems.
Man, they're getting ripped off, doing dumb stuff. Apparently, they had the dumbest password ever. Like the password was Louvre or
Yeah, it was
something.
like Louvre number one.
What are we doing?
Paintings good.
So yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like, man, it's just kind of embarrassing.
I saw the Louvre in 20 minits.
Oh, really?
Yes, 20 minutes. We wanted to go play Frisbee under the Eiffel Tower.
Okay.
And so we found the Mona Lisa, which is vanishingly smaller than you think it's going to be.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, Chevy Chase and the Grand Canyon. I'm like, okay, well, there it is. That's her.
Big Ben.
Let's
Parliament.
go hit on chicks.
Mona Lisa, whatever. When are we going to get to play Frisbee?
Yeah, I think
can't do that at home.
I'm trying to remember. We were there for a while, but you're a high school kid. You get bored really fast at a place like that.
Especially you.
I know. Like, there's no baseball.
Oh, that whimsy and frivolity.
It's just all old things.
Where's all the baseball at the Louvre?
So Jesse Jackson passed away. May he rest in peace. And President Trump is mourning his friend. They've had a friendship since the 1980s. Said he knew Jackson long before his own presidency. And he said Jackson supported his administration's criminal justice legislation. In a Truth Social post this morning, Trump called the civil rights leader a force of nature, a good man with grit and street smarts, while offering condolences to Jackson's family. I also just saw a clip of Jesse Jackson on Sesame Street a long time ago. It was just very nice.
Yeah, Jesse Jackson was like a Muppet to me. Like, he was just so bigger than life.
Like a caricature of
Yeah,
himself.
he had the big eyes and very distinct speech pattern. And he would be on all those old shows. Remember that, Dave? Like, he'd always show up on like Carol Burnett or something. And like, he would just come in and be Jesse Jackson.
I interviewed him.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Is he a nice man?
He was in this. It was just a sports thing.
Yeah.
I don't remember exactly what it was about because it was 20 years ago, whatever. Yeah. But he was kind enough. I didn't book it, and they're like, hey, we're going to have Jesse Jackson on. I'm like, all right.
Pretty cool.
I guess we'll do that. Here I'm like 28 years old. I know nothing about nothing.
Yeah.
But it was something related to sports. I don't remember exactly what it was.
Anderson Cooper is stepping away from 60 Minutes. He just did a segment with filmmaker Ken Burns, which aired on Sunday, and that was his last interview for the CBS News magazine.
Yeah, evidently it's political. It's all the Barry Weiss stuff. That's what I'm hearing.
There's lots going on at CBS. I don't know if you saw the story that Stephen Colbert was told not to air an interview that he did with, I think, a
James Tallarico, yeah.
Is he a Texas congressperson?
Yeah, I think he's running for Senate there.
Okay.
And yeah, the problem was they were told anyway, this is the story, is that if you had that and aired it, then they would have to air interviews with the other candidates because you're not supposed to be able to pick them. But I didn't realize that applied to entertainment shows as opposed to news programming. I honestly just didn't know. I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm just saying I didn't know that. I figured an entertainment show could just interview anybody.
Traditionally, he's not the Tonight Show. He's the Late Show.
Right.
Traditionally, the Late Show and the Tonight Show have been left out of equal time.
Right.
But I guess the FCC is really cracking down on that. Now, interestingly, they're not holding like right-wing talk shows to the same standard. Yeah, it's an odd thing that's going on over there at CBS with Barry Weiss. So I think there's probably going to be more resignations in the future, if I had to guess. We'll do one more story here. Meta has patented an AI system that could keep your social media alive even after you die.
I had this one.
Oh, for God's sake.
I had this one.
So this
it's not bad enough that we just have live people on there. We're going to have dead people on there.
The filing describes a large language model that would be trained on a user's historical online activity and replicate their behavior on social media platforms. So this system is going to generate responses to other users' content, engage with posts, even handle direct messages.
So, for example, we just posted the picture of the concrete blocks and a picture of me giving the gloves away. My mom could comment and say, oh, Andrew, you make me laugh. Or, oh, Dave, that's so nice. Like that. I don't want that.
What is the use case?
So I think it's for simulating the user when the user is absent from social media. That could extend to death. But I think the reason why they did the patent is for people who are on social media all the time and maybe that's their career. Well, I want to go on vacation. I don't want to have to worry about this.
For them.
Yeah. And I do want to point this out. Meta says it has no immediate plans to build the technology. Sometimes they just want to patent these things to protect ideas that may never even be developed. But let's be real, it'll get developed.
Yeah. Thank you for explaining it in that way, because that is very sensible. And my immediate thought, like, of course, I think, like, you know, you automatically you go to like dead people, and you're just like, what could possibly be the reason to develop something like that?
Thank you, Dave.
All righty.
Traffic from the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Well, we still got quite a jam out west on 64. This traffic reports the Service of Financial and Tax Strategies. You're pretty much at a standstill. There are restrictions due to road work going on westbound 64 at 70. Traffic's backed up, like I said, pretty much at a standstill just west of Winghaven. Westbound 70 as an alternate route out in St. Charles County, at least. You just got a couple of slow spots, 94 to Zumbel, from 79 to K, and then A out to Z. Eastbound 70, by the way, David Hokel into Wentzville Parkway all the way to 64 is backed up. Again, road work going on at the interchange. And by the way, westbound 64 out of the city, Kings Highway out to McCausland, we have the usual slow stuff there. Southbound 170 bogs down, Delmar to 64, South 270 from 364 to Doherty, Ferry 44 down to Gravois, the slowest parts. Westbound 44, the right lane, now it's Bowles in pockets. Heavy traffic out toward Lewis Road. Not a jam all the way, but busy because of a crash on the shoulder at Lewis that was cleared a little while ago. Southbound 55, Arsenal down through Bates, Butler Hill down through Merrimack Bottom, south of Merrimack Bottom, exiting at Richardson. One of the exit lanes at Richardson was blocked. East and westbound 64 delays midway in between 157 and 159, and eastbound 70, Packers Avenue onto 64 is backed up. I'm Roger Brand at the MichaelsFlooringOutlet.com Traffic Center.
Retirement shouldn't feel like balancing a checkbook while blindfolded. I'm Gary Goldberg, and my team helps you see the big picture so you can retire younger, richer, and with less anxiety. Because guessing is not a strategy. Tune in to Wealth Wisdom with Gary Goldberg Saturday mornings at 7 here on KMOX.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
Are you 50 or older? This news is for you. The CDC recommends you get vaccinated against pneumococcal pneumonia. Even if you're healthy, your age puts you at risk. People 50 or older are over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia compared to adults 18 to 49. Just one shot can help protect you. Learn more and schedule at vaxassist.com. That's VAXassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Every spring brings promises, and every spring delivers surprises. This year, the Cardinals are writing a new story, and there will be plenty of surprises. Matt Pauley is in Jupiter with inside access to Camp Cardinals.
Presented by St. Louis Composting. Composting, growing gardens and making memories. And Happy Roof. We always create happy endings.
From breakout performances to roster revelations, get reports throughout the day on the voice of the Cardinals. KMOX.
Want to build income without a second job? Learn how real estate investing can help you create extra income one step at a time with Lifestyles Unlimited. Text radio to 88007. That's RADIO to 88007. Presented by Lifestyles Unlimited.
I'm Bob Burke, founder and chairman of Burke America Parts Group, a family of brands that includes RepairClinic.com, an appliance and HVAC parts solution company that's grown into an international brand. Before AmericanEagle.com, we partially launched a new technology platform developed by another firm. American Eagle helped take our technology to a whole new level with digital marketing, software development, and business insights into our key markets, appliances, HVAC, and outdoor power equipment, and did so both on time and on budget. AmericanEagle.com has the resources, experience, and talent needed to produce solutions. Our new technology platform, developed by AmericanEagle.com, has produced tremendous results with higher traffic, conversion, engagement, and online revenue. If you have any home repairs you need to take care of, check us out at RepairClinic.com. If you need a world-class website or technology project, then I would highly recommend AmericanEagle.com.
Call AmericanEagle.com at 773-NETWORK. That's AmericanEagle.com, 773-NETWORK.
Hey, it's Debbie Monterey, and I think right now we all need something to look forward to, and a nice little getaway is going to do it for me. So I've been looking at this 5-day Arizona trip that I planned in September, and to me, it sounds absolutely perfect, and I would love for you to join me. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to stay in Flagstaff because that means cooler temperatures. It's a great home base, and from there, we're going to visit Sedona, the Grand Canyon, and Lake Powell all in one trip. I'm talking about red rocks, big views, and that deep blue water at Lake Powell that looks like a postcard. I'm told September is one of the best times to go with fewer crowds, more comfortable weather, and everything's going to be planned out for us. We just show up. If this sounds like something you'd like to do, please join me because I have always wanted to go to the Grand Canyon. Travelwithdebbie.net. That's travelwithdebbie.net or call Cruise and Tour at 800-383-3131. Space is limited, so don't delay. 800-383-3131. Travelwithdebbie.net.
Welcome back, DGS on KMOX. I can tell you how I'm feeling. I just wrote propranolol on my sheet to remind myself to take my anxiety medicine on the break.
Are you a little anxious?
A little skitsy.
Oh, is it because of tonight?
No, I don't think so.
You anticipating the first practice back?
I'm a little nervous about tonight, but I just woke up extra nervous.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
You just woke up that way.
Yeah.
That's wild.
It sucks.
I get it.
It's like waking up with the flu. Like you didn't want it.
No, that's a good point.
You
Yeah.
just got it. And you can not want to feel anxious, but that doesn't work in my experience. But propranolol does. For anyone out there who has anxiety, what it does is it treats the physical manifestations. Like it doesn't make you goofy or unable to drive, but just like you don't feel like you're coming out of your skin. So I'll take a whole bottle after this. I saw a story. It was fascinating. This lady who's like the master marketer of all time says that now she has to market to bots. Like you have to, if you find out that these bots, which I don't understand, don't know your product, you have failed. It's not just humans. You need bots who will then
build your numbers,
spread the word about Ivory soap, whatever it is. We are living in weird times.
Yeah.
Really weird times.
I always wonder how many of the people that follow me on Twitter are actually people.
Yeah. I think that when I meet them live.
Time now for today's Spotlight on Tech, sponsored by Wesley Financial.
The merger of Elon Musk's artificial intelligence and space companies xAI and SpaceX is designed to put AI data centers in